Protect me from anything I might say that might indict me. Well, today might be an episode, might be my last.
Hey, you guys are tuned in to Lyrical Fix Podcast, episode 75. 75.
Recorders.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
So, yeah, shout out to producer of the month, Arkin. That's produced by Arkin on all social media platforms, huh?
Our names.
Well, yeah, no, I just wanted to shout out.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You didn't really get to last time.
That's right. Shout out to Arkin.
Okay, no, go.
You first.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I do start it.
Ladies
I forgot. It's your host, Sade.
And Kid Pro.
There you go.
Yes. Episode 75. What a milestone this is.
Are we going to keep the accent the entire...
Just for a few. 75, that's 150 cent and a half 50. What a milestone.
Oh, shit.
Oh, when I look back at episode 1 to even episode 23 and the lovely episode that was 45. And then our last 2 episodes, oh, God, we have been up and down, left and right, hither and thither.
I was wondering, I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, I know.
Left to right. Top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
There you go.
Crack
Cheers.
to
Do you still
grundle.
have...
I got my joint, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers.
What you got in there, that blue shit?
It's Red Bull and rum. Coconut rum.
Okay, that's what I figured, like the neon aqua pussy drink would be that color.
It was kind of, but a little bit more blue.
Oh, that being said, I took that sip. Now I'm into it. Okay, you know where to find us. It's the motherfucking gang at the Lyrical Fix Pod on IG, at the Lyrical Fix on Twitter,
Yep.
and Lyrical Fix Podcast on Facebook.
We're getting more active on Twitter now.
That's right. We got to be, baby. We're going to get into that in a second. Make sure to check us out on Anchor, Audio Mac, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe. Give us those 5-star ratings. Keep us out on these podcast streets. We need them. Because you realize after you don't get 5 stars, the highest you can get is 4.9. But if we get to 4.5, they're just going to round us off to 5 stars. So this is the chase for 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5.
4.5 stars. So if you like us, just give us the 5-star ratings. It'll
do
get
it.
us
Just
above
do
the
it. Just do it.
4.5. Then we're at
Just do
5.
it.
And we look like
Just
the rest of
fucking
these
do it.
cool-ass podcasts. I'm just saying, man. I'm about to grab y'all phones and be like, you got me on Apple? Cool. You know what? I'm just giving myself a 5-star rating right here. And get this up in these algorithms.
I'm trying to think. I did that. I was like, anybody here? It was at the bar, and we had just got off work, and I was talking to somebody. He just switched. My manager just switched from Android to Apple. I was like, oh, it's a new phone. That means you got the Apple podcast
app.
You got the podcast app on here. He was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, no, like I have it. It's right. And it was on his front page. He's like, yeah, no, I listen to podcasts. And I was like, oh, you do? Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to boop. There you go.
Takes literally less than a minute.
I felt so rude, but so like...
No, it's very intruding to do.
It is.
Yeah,
it's really weird to do.
It's
like,
really
it's just
weird.
like...
Hey, can I just take your phone? It's like, it's not like you're just putting your number in. It's like you're putting your...
Well, no, he wanted me to show him something on the phone, like in the settings. Yeah. So I was like, well, why don't I have your phone?
There's this other setting called Lyrical Fix, 5-star rating. Let me show you how to get there. I'm going to give a tutorial to niggas on IG how to do it. Listen, if you just go here,
because stat-wise, it's like 63% of our listeners listen through podcast app.
Which is awesome, which is fucking great, which is why I tell people just listen. Like wherever you listen to podcasts, even though we're not everywhere, but the majority of people listen through those avenues
We're on like, want to say 15 platforms.
Oh, you haven't even mentioned them all. I need to know the other ones just so I can mention them in my
It's a lot.
In my rundown.
No, it's a lot.
All
like
right.
it's weird ones that you wouldn't even really know
like
about.
Like Deezer?
Kind of. Yeah. It's like that.
Like these, and I've seen more and more podcasts like apps pop up. Like just typing podcast in the app store. There's so many fucking ones.
It's those like Anchor,
Stitcher,
it's
and
what
shit.
Stitcher. We're on Stitcher.
We're on Stitcher too. Where? Shout out to Stitcher.
Anchor just has a way of just distributing for you.
Right.
But there's certain ones like I don't think they. Well, no, I manually did it for Apple and Spotify.
Does Google Play? Do they do podcasts?
Google, I had to manually do.
Do they have their own thing?
I think they have, because it's Google Play, and I think they have their own podcast app, but we're in there anyway. That one was a bitch to get us into.
Google Play is just the music channel, right?
Yeah, it's just that.
It's their music
but
shit.
if you can, like, we have like a page up there for the Google podcast, but it was just so confusing. Google and Android are just weird. And then iHeart which I didn't know they had podcasts, but it worked anyway.
Right. But I mean, we knew
that was it. Yeah, they sent us an email. Oh yeah, I showed you that.
Well, I knew the first time I knew was when they were doing that contest that I sent you the page.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I'm like, oh, they doing podcasts now. We might as well.
Yeah, and I didn't know how to do it, and then they send us an email saying, "Do you like to the podcast email? Obviously, like,
yeah.
Do you want to be on it?" And it took like a few weeks, I think. I'm not sure, but it took a few weeks, and then we got our email back saying like, "Oh, you guys are in."
I sound like a bitch to just get through. But whatever, we on here.
Yeah.
So we're on 15 different platforms. So
Something
you're gonna find us.
Something light.
And then if you can't find us on whatever weird ass platform you're a weirdo. But you can also just check out YouTube because we're on there. You can get us, the
Everybody
videos.
has YouTube.
You can see me and this lovely face of mine that Sade's been looking at for the past 4 weeks while trying to edit my video.
Oh God.
I never realized. Well, I do realize. Like any way you freeze frame me,
Yeah.
I look like a fucking idiot when I'm rapping.
Same. Oh well, I mean, I'm not
No,
rapping.
you're not rapping.
But
Yeah,
I'm sure, like, I mean, if you freeze frame anybody, especially like for the I'm on the podcast.
Yeah, you look weird. Probably.
Yeah.
I look crazy. Yeah.
Mhm. Like,
but me, I
like
just
that.
have an innate. Like, how many times are you doing that when you talk?
No, but it's like awkward faces. Like I edit it, and sometimes when I pause, I'm like, Jesus, I look crazy.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
that does make me feel a little better. Thank you.
There you go.
I get self-conscious.
I was just laughing at you though.
I know. And then
But I think I was just so delirious and just so like tired of looking at your face.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
So-
It's tough to look
So I'm
at.
literally just like watching your mouth the entire time. Just
So it's tough to look at. Someone has to wake up and see my face. Imagine her.
God bless you.
I know, right? My snoring face I heard it's ugly.
Ugh.
I'm sure everyone has that ugly
God,
snoring
imagine like Leo's point of view.
face. Yeah, like I realized that I saw a meme of that. Like when people get in front of babies' faces, like with their point of view,
Yeah.
scary shit. Because like they can hardly see anyways, and then they're seeing someone just right in their face, like whoa, whoa, whoa. That's enough to fucking traumatize a kid. And so now when I hold my kid and my niece, I don't get too close to them. I get far enough like this.
But
and I go,
imagine
"Whoa."
like you're going to pick him up and you just have like your curls are in a mess
Yeah,
that
no,
you
it's
have
scary.
to cut soon enough
Yeah,
because
and
they're just there.
you know what? I put a picture up today. A lot of people saying I should keep it. A lot of people saying I should keep the hair. I think, you know what the issue is? I think you don't respect the fact that I don't style my hair. If I styled it, you might respect it when you be like, you know what? We can work with that.
I think because I've seen you with like the nice looking curly hair.
Yeah.
But I think because in person when I'm seeing it is you're taking off a beanie, you're taking off a hat, and it's just a lot.
Oh, but when I come in straight, just styled, it looks actually presentable. I got to get a shape up, and then I'll be hiding these
It's cool. I just know OB's on my side. You do need a shape up. Maybe if you do the shape up, because I've been more assistant on the shape up, if anything.
Yes.
I feel like once you get the shape up, it'll just tie everything together.
Because I think, Ace was saying, he's like, he put out a good point. He's like, yo, you should keep it. I mean, a lot of niggas, just get their strength. You're a whole different vibe. You're a whole new level in your life. You might as
True.
well, you know what I mean, embrace it.
Shape it up.
This is just me reinventing myself, as all artists do.
Yeah.
It's time for a new chapter in the life story that is Kid Pro.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, yeah. I mean, after every album, I feel like I'm a different person.
Mm.
You have to grow and evolve and reflect on the last couple projects and reinvent yourself.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Out of here, this is trash. They capping. Big cap. Ain't nothing going on over here. Get that fuck out.
Okay, I'd like to know that's the first time we've had to use that drop, which is why it's so foreign to me, and I've had to pause and now analyze what you're trying to say. So I did a whole media training answer, and you don't believe shit. I'm capping. All right, nigga. All
It
right.
was a joke.
Was it?
Don't be all sensitive.
No, never that.
Oh, man, that was
But
funny.
I'm gonna see what's up because I got a performance coming up, and I'm not exactly sure what I want to do.
I say just shape it up.
performance wise, but yeah, shape it up. I might just cut it, come back with the hat. And
I
play
feel like
safe.
it's going to be really weird seeing you with no hair. So Ace has changed my mind. I say, keep it, but shape it up.
It's just
See
a
how it
bitch to
looks?
style it, man. Like
Huh?
when I wake up in the morning, like if I puff it up, I got a full fro.
Yeah.
Like, and it's lovely. And then I actually I had it braided too, which was
Oh,
something.
my God, that was hilarious. That was
something. That was something. I had, but
That
it looked
was
like, but the
amazing.
bottom looked like pigtails. They weren't,
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But still, the
Well,
top,
no,
everything
I was
looked clean.
I
though.
was
The top
mad
looked
because I
clean.
thought you were going to send a picture, and I was just waiting. I was like, oh, I guess he's not.
I sent you a picture.
No, you sent me the picture of the top. I didn't see the pigtails.
Oh no. Well, that part didn't need to be seen, obviously, because it wasn't done
I
seriously.
thought it'd been funny though.
I'll have it done again. I'll send you the pigtails.
I mean, I had the image in my head, so I was like, "Oh, this will suffice."
No, it was
it's cool.
it was four little pigtails with with the rubber bands and stuff. No, but it was
man.
really done. It was good, and then I just kept it for a day just to see how it looked and everything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It could be something I could do if I grow it out more. No. I can get the ponytail.
No.
Don't get a ponytail.
No.
All right.
I'm gonna say man bun next. Do not do. I swear to God, I will disown you.
If I come in with a man bun.
Yes.
Fuck
It'll
boy.
be Sade and Yos. Villa is actually up for the seat too.
Villa's up for the seat. Mr. No Talking Villa.
I know. Third chair, motherfucker.
He's
I can't with
he's
him.
gonna be like fucking.
He's like, I could be your Rory.
No, he's gonna be like Will Ferrell in Talladega Nights. Like when they interview him, he's like this. What do I do? I don't know what to do with my hands. He's like, you don't have to use your hands.
I forgot about that.
You're gonna be like Lyrical Fix Pod with Sade. He's gonna lift his hands.
I can't.
No, shout out to Villa.
No,
Shout
I
out
could
to
really
Villa.
imagine him doing that.
No, I think with Villa, we just need to get him in a comfortable setting. Like if we're just here with him talking, he'll talk. It was just the other time. It was as double, but at the same
It
time,
was everybody. And
Saint was holding it down and LB was holding it down. Like there wasn't much.
Do you remember when Saint just like slowly started like sinking, and just like his voice just got so low, he just sunk in the couch.
Because his voice can get deep too, so
But
I can't imagine that.
It was funny because I was sitting in the same spot that Saint was when we had the greenhouse episode. So when I was sitting there for LB's episode, shout out to LB the Great, I really thought, I'm like, damn, I was really fighting it. So I kept trying to like move. I was just like this. I was trying to move around because I felt it a little bit. That couch, man.
It's a comfortable couch. It's a very comfortable couch.
Yeah.
It's the best type of couch to have when you're feeling a little drunk. I wish I would have sat there on my drunk nights. I would have probably calmed down. No, actually, I couldn't.
You would have passed out.
No, because that's when I almost threw up on Ron. Because I was doing the heavy breathing and I had to go outside.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I almost threw up on the bow tie. That's right.
Oh, the
So
bow
it
tie.
was, I'll talk to you in a second, Ron. I gotta get up.
I miss Ron. So stupid. So how has your week been? Actually, first off, shout out to LB the Great again.
Shout out to LB the Great,
Shout out
man.
to Trip. Yeah,
Hell
we
of
had
a
some dope ass
Back-to-back episodes. Amazing, man.
So
I
so
really, really, really like the interview show. I like when we have a guest here, man. It's a different energy, obviously.
Yeah.
But we just get to talk so much more because, a lot of times you and me will end up texting each other throughout the week. And then we do figure out what's going on with us.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes our talks here can be like a little more, not as detailed as when we first were texting. But when we have a guest, it's like it's a whole new vibe, whole new energy.
Yeah. That's why I was trying not to tell you that much.
Yeah, we bounce ideas back and forth off of each other. And it just makes for a different type of episode, obviously, because you and me are talking every week. So when someone else is here, it's going to be different. So, yeah, but I like it. And we took a different approach with Trips than we did with LB.
Yeah, I think it should be catered to each person differently.
I also think we should ask, too. We should let them know, hey, we can go about this 2 ways.
Yeah, we've talked about that so long ago. So a lot of when it comes to guests and anybody listening who wants to be a guest, we talked about this so long ago off air that it would be 2 options. You can be our third chair where you go through all the shit with us, and then you're obviously you would talk about yourself and anything you have going on at the moment, and then also like mini interview.
Yeah.
And then you have this second option of what we did with Trip and LB, where it's like. It's conversation, it's talking about them mainly, and then just side conversation.
Yes.
So no topics, none of that.
Which is like, I noticed a lot of my favorite podcasts, I told you before, I was listening to a lot of podcasts this week. A lot of them were following the way that we did LB's interview, which is just like, okay, we're still going to talk to you, but we're still, kicking the shit.
Oh, yeah.
But every now and then we're going to ask you about yourself, and we'll like go into it, and every topic which just came through was very clean. It was a clean transition, and I'm like, you know what, we're doing the right thing here.
Yeah.
Like what we're doing, our style is being done by a lot of other podcasts. I think we're just working more on transitioning through every question a lot more smoother, just like they are. But we're getting there.
Yeah.
And I see the progress, I see the growth, and I feel like we can handle with guests, and we can also handle without guests.
Yeah, because with my questioning, I would wait. I don't know if you had a thing, but like I would wait until you got like 2 questions off. or the conversation was kind of like not
Yeah, like
dying
down when the topic is dying down.
Yeah, so then I would like, but I wouldn't. I was trying not to cut you off. That's why I was like, oh, going back to this, and then da 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 da.
Well, it's good when we can do that because anytime that we ask a question and we might trail off for a good 5 minutes, it's always good for someone to know what the actual question was. And I think I did that too. Like, hey, going back to this. Yeah. And then you would do it too. Hey, going back to that.
Because I didn't want to like just dead stop it. Like, oh no, we're still on this.
Yeah. Because if we sidetrack off to some interesting shit and it brings a laugh or two, I'm all for it.
Oh yeah,
I got no problem. And then we get back to the question.
But it was funny because there was a couple questions that you asked and I was just like, God damn it, that was my question.
Really? Oh, fuck.
No, it's fine. But I was, because I had it geared up in my mind, so I'm just like, fuck. Like scrolling through, I'm like, what am I gonna ask?
I was waiting for segues. Segues came clean. A lot of stuff just came clean and came natural, and that's how I know it was a good conversation.
I think by now though is because we had good chemistry in the beginning. Yeah. And then I'm not gonna do it. Okay, sorry. I was gonna throw a jab. I'm not gonna do it. I knew it. Knew the jab was coming. I couldn't help it. Sorry, it just came to me in that 1 second. I'm just gonna bypass it though.
You just don't have to consider it a jab.
We're just gonna bypass it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't that. I was gonna say something else, but so we had good chemistry in the beginning, and I think we've worked on it. Well, I mean, obviously, like we've been keeping this up. Yeah. So I think it's just becomes just so like fluid.
Yeah, and it's something that we can't fix on an off day because we don't. It's not like we come here and train. Yeah. We don't pod train. Mm-mm. We just kind of learn on the job.
Potty train.
Potty, my nigga. Okay.
No.
My nigga.
Okay, thank you.
Potty train. Right there.
Right. Yeah, I can't reach the laptop like this. Right. No, you're good.
Oh, you can't reach like that? Damn, you. More promotion, more thinking up ideas for everything. More of my kids driving me crazy. Like this little nigga, man, this kid came to a point the other day where he's literally just looking at me. Yeah. Grabbing his drink from across the room and looking at me and just pouring it on the floor and staring at me. And as I go, no, he just and he picks it up like this. And anytime I tell him no, when I see he's doing something, he'll put it down. Then he'll come to me and go, ah. Like he doesn't cry. It's just a very annoying whine. Just deflates himself. Literally deflates himself in front of me.
Oh Jesus!
Like it's a fucking balloon. It's the weirdest shit in the world. And then the older kid, he's just. I'm accepting him for who he is. Yeah. He hits me with the whole, Dad, I don't see what the big deal is about school. Like there's a bunch of stuff that I'm not gonna need to know in the future anyway. So I'm like, shit. I'm like, man, look. I need you to at least understand, like, these are the basics of life that I teach you. You may think that it's not important, but there's going to be certain things that you learn in school from the books and stuff that you learn from your classmates and social that you're just going to take with you for the rest of your life. So this is kind of that stage. Like, think of it like a video game. This is your tutorial. This is your school.
Yeah, pretty much.
You got to get
through. That's a good way to teach them.
Yeah, and every grade is a chapter. So you got to go through 13 chapters, kindergarten through 12th. After that, we can discuss what you want to do, where you want to go. But if you want a job or you want to follow a passion, you're going to need to at least prove to the people that are going to hire you that you know how to pass basic high school. Yeah.
Because I think just the whole thing of it, especially once you leave high school or like towards the end of it, you start to realize. I mean, he's realizing now too. I was at the same age too when I, realized it. This is bullshit.
Yeah, and I think it's more apparent with the way this year has been so fucked up for kids because he's gone back and forth from being told that he's got to stay out of school, coming back to school. When he came back to school, his teacher got switched. Yeah. And I remember that. And this is him in a new school, which is like the preparation for high school. Like just before they're gonna give you lockers and give you that responsibility. Like he's dealing with all that shit now, and now it's come to a point where we have till Saturday night, I believe, or Friday. No, till tomorrow night. This is Thursday. We're recording this. Till tomorrow night, Friday night, we have to decide if he's going to stay virtual for the rest of the year or he's going to go in person for the rest of the year. He's begging us to stay virtual. I'm saying no because you're going to miss out on 4 months of social interaction with other children. Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like this school year, like, fucking throw it out. Like, just, like, that's how I feel. Honestly. As a parent, this has been the shittiest year to be a parent with a kid in school. Like, I now sympathize with parents at homeschool.
Yeah, there's
This is the worst.
so a friend of my sister's, she had posted that which is insane to me because I remember having to babysit this little girl. Her daughter, it's her freshman year in high school. So I seen it and I was like, what is she? Because her daughter grew up to be literally her twin. So I'm like, I'm thinking it's an old picture.
Right.
And it's her daughter,
daughter
in front of the high school, my old high school that, we walk past and shit. And it was just funny to me because I'm just thinking like, damn. I was like, oh, damn, she's got big. Wait, hold on. It's only January.
Yeah,
what the
time
fuck?
flies.
No, I forgot if this was she posted this last month or I think it was January, February, and she posted it. So she was doing virtual. And then I guess she decided, like, listen, this is your freshman year. Like, for the experience of your, freshman year, first time in high school, and I'm doing it fucking virtual. So I guess they decided to, like, just put her in school.
Yeah, it's like because of COVID and because of masks and social distancing, the kids aren't even spaced out that much because it's a fucking school. It's small as hell.
Yeah.
But it's also not like a memorable year. It's 5th fucking grade.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just on the shit like, look, I'd rather just stay virtual.
I mean, yeah, it is 5th grade.
And I get it. And
the social interactions are not going to be the same. Because to me, like, once I realized, like, okay, this is bullshit, but there's just certain social interactions and certain people that you do meet that regardless if they stay in your lives after school and all that shit, like after high school, after middle school, whatever, even if you were to remain friends, that's a friend that you have for your life.
Yeah, which he does have, and I'm glad he's got those friends, which I'm cool with, and he's got
you
no
don't
problem.
know but I'm saying like future-wise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then there's just people that you may never talk to, but I still tell stories of like, oh yeah, this kid I knew in high school or middle school or whatever, like he did this dumb shit. So it's for the stories, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard to explain to him that he's gonna need this stuff when he's older because, he thinks that you don't need it. But I tell him, I'm like, look, man, there's stuff in high school. There's stuff in high school that I still use to knowledge. He's like, well, he's still doing the. He's telling me like, what about English? Like, I already know language. I'm like, dude, stop.
It's more.
It's more than that.
It is
Like,
more than
just
that.
because you speak it doesn't mean you know everything. First of all, I could talk circles around you. You're gonna want to know how to say bigger words. You want to know how to read at a better level. Like, English is important.
And you can't just skip it.
You can't just skip it just because you think you know certain words right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't work that way. Math, you gotta know your math. Yes, you may not need arithmetic or geometry depending on what shit you have, and yes, you might have a calculator when you're older. But still, it's very important to at least know the stuff.
Yeah, because he doesn't know at this age what he wants to do with his life.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know. I mean, I know what his interests are, but I feel like, okay, if you like these interests and maybe you want, like, he's video games. Mm-hmm. Let's say you want to be a video game engineer. Let's say you want to work for a video game company.
You're going to have to know all that.
You're going to have to know geometry. Some type of math is going to be involved in that. You're going to have to know terms that from English that are going to be 12th grade terms that you may not understand because you're just using a 5th grade level. So school is important. There's just other stuff. Health, education, gym, like there's just little shit that just matters and it's going to stick with you. And trying to make him understand that has been tough.
I think the only thing, if I had to do like my schooling now, the only thing that the only benefit that I see out of it is gym. Because once I hit puberty, I was just like, yo, fuck this gym shit. I'm not doing this. I got boobs now. You want me to do jumping jacks? Fuck out of here.
These things jump.
Like, they're about to slap me in my face. Not doing this. So once I hit puberty, which is like,
hold up, were your
10?
Were your joints that big and when you hit puberty?
No, they weren't that big.
Okay, I was gonna say shit.
No, they
Jesus
weren't
Christ.
that big. But like, this is also, being a girl at that age, 4th, 5th grade, what was it? We're all at the lunch table, and it was a bunch of us, and I forgot how many girls were at the table, but it was only like 2 of us that already like hit puberty, boobs growing and everything. Right. So we're sitting there, and the guys are being fucking nasty. They're just like, wait. And they're pointing out to the flat-chested girl who, she didn't have her period yet, nothing. And they're making jokes at the fact that, like, when we were just at the table, our boobs are almost hitting the table. That shit. Just, like, look, like, wait, Sade has, like, what's that? I was like, yo, if you fucking bring a ruler anywhere, because they all of a sudden, there's a ruler out the backpack. I was like, no, we're not doing this right now.
Oh, boys will be boys.
No. But
I love that.
Damn, we had 5th grade dances.
Yeah, I remember.
Hackensack was lit though.
I remember the 5th grade dances. Actually, no, I didn't have 5th grade. I had 6th grade.
Yeah.
Freshman dance, sophomore.
We had 5th grade, 6th grade.
Like winter formal.
No, we didn't have anything like winter formal.
We actually had spring
well,
formal.
it was always like a dance. I don't think. Did we have a name for it? I don't know. We just.
Dance. I remember that, man. I remember the big deal because, niggas wasn't kissing girls or obviously wasn't fucking that. But it was a big deal if you were able to, like, gather the courage to ask a girl to dance.
What grade?
7th grade for me.
Oh, no. Well, my school.
Yeah, no. But
my school's a little different.
Yeah.
My school, they were fast as fuck.
No, we were just taking it slow. I'm sure kids were doing it. But at that time, for me, asking a girl to dance was like, okay, now my confidence is getting up. Because that's where it started from. Was then it's like, oh, you want to maybe go out with me?
So there is this person who's semi-famous. I can't. Okay, whatever. But anybody from Hackensack knows who I'm talking about. But when we were in like 7th or 8th grade, we went on this field trip. And it was funny because I forgot where I was. I was talking to this kid that I had a crush on. His cousin knew that I had a crush on him, and he apparently liked me at the same time too. So it was like, oh no, Sade, sit here. So I'm sitting there with him, we're talking, and then all of a sudden it's like, what? Yo! And then the teacher caught attention, so everybody's like, no. So we get off. They're like, yo, so and so was finger banging Ivy in the back of the bus. This is like 7th, 8th grade.
Finger bang, right?
And that shit was hilarious.
Finger
I'll
bang.
tell you after because
right.
you know who it is. But it was fucking funny. So anytime, and that whole thing was a mess. And then they were going. So apparently they were going out. It was like a, like.
Yeah.
You want to like go out, we never said steady, but you want to be boyfriend and girlfriend.
Such a white
In the beginning, I know, I didn't know how else to say it, but the ghetto version of steady, whatever. So it was that in the beginning of the day. Bruh, why did he break up with her as soon as the bus returned back to middle school?
Oh, so he fingered her on route.
On route. I don't know what happened on the way back, but I think everybody's probably paying attention.
Yeah.
I was like in the middle to the front of the bus, whatever. I was chill. I was sitting with my crush. Like I didn't give a fuck what else was happening. And then what was it? And I had like a little boyfriend back then, and I had that was gross.
He
was
boyfriend
like
and a crush?
He was the worst. No, not at the same time.
Oh, okay.
But he was the worst kisser ever. I think I broke up with him and I slapped him in the face. I slapped him in the face, broke up with him within a week of us dating. Well, dating, whatever. In front of everybody. Oh God, it was like the worst kiss ever.
Quick breakup.
It's like slobber. I was just like, ugh. I was like, I can't. And then he tried to kiss me again. I slapped him in front of everybody. I think it was like 7th grade. And then everyone was like, yeah, that's fucking crazy. And then
they try to like suck your whole lips in.
Yeah, it just wasn't good. It was just like that was my first like French. Yeah, and that shit was disgusting.
He licked the rim of your mouth, the rim, like everything.
Oh no, I had to. I was just like this. I slapped him, and I was just like,
got all the slobber off you. Yeah, yeah.
So mind you, anytime after that in school, he'd be walking down the hallway, you just see people like, ugh.
Oh, that's fucked up. Y'all niggas mean.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mean.
He was a cutie too, but he had a fucking kid.
He had to learn.
Mind you, he had a daughter.
At the time?
Yeah, at the time. And this is 7th grade. Jesus. Yeah, he had a daughter. He was originally from, or he had moved to like North Carolina or some shit.
He had a daughter already? Holy shit.
He had a daughter already. Hackensack fast as hell.
That's fast.
But yeah.
And you couldn't French? That's a lie. You skipped a lot of steps. How you have a kid when you want to? All right, whatever.
Yeah.
I digress. You would assume.
I mean, you don't really need to know how to French to be able to like have a kid.
Yeah.
That's not. I mean, it should as an adult. We know that there should be. There's some connection. But I guess when you're younger, it's just bang bang and that's it.
Those middle school dances was shit, man. I remember back in Parsippany, the middle school, because there were 2 middle schools in Parsippany because it was that big of a town. Parsippany's pretty big, needless to say. So we had this one dance called Trends, where we would meet up. All the middle schools in the area would meet up.
Sorry, I almost laughed at you.
I know you wanted to. I'm just trying to show love to my town.
I wanted to laugh, but I also took a hit. So I'm like, if I laugh, I'm gonna choke.
It's gonna sound crazy. So we'd have all the neighboring towns would come together. There's own little like kids club.
Oh, the neighboring towns, yeah. Okay, continue.
All right. I mean, can I continue? Thanks.
Yes, go.
Anyways, so it'd be called trends and shit. And at the time, like me and a couple other people, like we were the only break dancers. And when I say break dancers, I mean that in the loosest term possible.
okay.
We did not know how to break dance.
You guys are b-boys?
We're b-boys, you know what I mean? We out here, everything but the cardboard. You know what I mean? We was in there. We was just pop locking, doing the same fucking moves to every song,
shit.
right? Then we go on the ground and do floor work. Nothing crazy. We do little coffee grinders where it's like just the most acrobatic moves where you
What
didn't have to
grade
be
was
acrobatic. This was 6th, 7th, 8th
okay.
grade.
So we're talking about the same. Okay.
6th, 7th, 8th grade, right? So we think we the shit, right?
Any head spins?
No,
Okay.
we tried, but again, we're doing the very basic of the basic moves, but we look like superstars out here, and all these workers like, oh my god, you see Paulo, he's so great. So
The early Jabberwockies.
the early Jabberwockies, we were the Jabberrookies at that point. So
Yeah.
so in comes, I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm just gonna say, let's just say his name was Kevin Chan. That's not his name, but it was an Asian dude.
Yeah.
Asian dude. He was wearing the Jenko jeans. This nigga, he's cool. Everybody's like, oh, yo, have you met the new guy Kevin? He's pretty dope. He's like, yo, yeah, he lives by me. He transferred from.
He lives
I don't know.
by me.
He lives by me. He's freaking awesome. He
Yeah.
came over my house the other day. So, whatever. The next trends dance comes in. He's there. No big deal. We're doing our dance circle. Me and a couple of white boys, other people doing our regular shit. Blah 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 like that.
Yeah.
In comes Kevin Chan. In the circle. No one knew this guy was going to
Was he
do
really
anything.
Asian?
Yeah, he was Asian.
Oh my god, like they're the
Asian
best
guy.
dancers.
Look,
Sorry.
yeah. So exactly, I did not know that at the time.
Okay.
In comes Kevin Chan, and people they already clap when you're in a circle. They're like, "Oh, new kid," and I'm backing up like, "Yeah, let's see what this new kid got." Everybody, okay? I'm laughing. I'm snickering the whole fucking time. I'm thinking this guy's gonna bust his ass, look stupid. I'm like, "Yeah, no problem, buddy."
I feel like this is a scene. Sorry to cut you off. I feel like this is a scene of what dance movie?
Bring It On?
No, not Bring It On, but like, fuck.
The Last Dance. I don't
No.
know. I'm just making up. the
No,
name at
not
this time.
Last Dance. The one with Chris Brown in it. The Step.
Oh,
Is
Step
this-
It Up.
No, not
Step
Step
to
It Up.
It.
No, the Stomp. The when
Stomp the
Chris,
Yard?
Stomp the Yard. It's like
the Yard.
a mix of Stomp the Yard and
Step Up?
no, the Kevin Bacon one.
Flash Dance.
Flashdance.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like it's corny like
It-
that,
it
but
was in a sense.
Stomp Yard. Okay.
Like I'll do it with the camera and shit. Like the guy was here. He's like, he's coming in. He's like, hey guys, can I get a chance? I'm like, yeah, whatever, buddy, go ahead. So, yeah, do your thing, Kevin. No problem. So, fucking people are clapping. I'm clapping to
Yeah.
like to the music. Fucking Kevin Chan runs up and does like a fucking flip. Does this crazy shit. Everybody's like, oh, in the first 3 seconds. Nigga starts doing windmills. No kid at my school has seen anybody ever doing fucking windmill. This nigga's doing 10
fuck?
windmills on his. Then ends it like.
Can you do that to the camera, please?
He's doing the poses up here like that, moving his fucking legs.
Wait, move. You gotta move for the camera. I can't do the camera. I just love being able to see this multiple times.
And this nigga shut us down. I didn't break dance ever again in my fucking life because
He
Kevin
scarred you for
Chan
life.
scarred me for life, embarrassed me.
Oh,
People
my
was like,
God.
Hey, Paul, you want to go back and do your coffee grinder? No, I don't want to do it, John. I'm good.
I
Thanks.
can't. That was so
No,
fun.
Kevin
Okay.
fucking screwed us over. So Kevin Chan, that's not your real name, but yeah, tormented me, and that was the end of my breakdancing career. Thanks,
Oh
Kevin.
shit, that was great.
So, I was still doing soccer. I was like, I'll just go back to soccer. This is stupid. I want to fucking breakdance. Who does breakdancing?
Anytime what?
Needless to say, any time that the dances came up, I stayed away from the circle. Fucking Kevin Chan.
This is amazing.
You know when niggas just did that with their legs and they kick them up like a dead roach?
See, listen, YouTube. I see what you're seeing, and it's not the same as what I can see right now. And I'm sorry, but this is amazing.
You know, like niggas, he does his freeze and his legs like a dead roach. Like, yeah, that's what he did that shit. And I was, for some reason, that was the coolest shit in the world to me.
What, like this?
You know when a nigga's like, he's like this, but his feet are
And
up.
then- yeah,
So
and
it's
then
like a dead. Like he just stomped him out. He's trying to get his last breath
Oh
in.
my god.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh, it's not dead. The legs.
That's on the leg.
the legs. Holy shit, that is amazing.
That was 7th grade. And after that, I just started dancing with girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was life lesson.
You got shot down.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane was the motto that day. Nigga, I thought I was killing them with the coffee grinders.
Coffee grinder. Can I see you do the coffee grinder?
There's no space for me to do a coffee grinder.
No, there isn't.
There isn't. But it's like if I had to do it with my fingers, like you get on the ground and you go.
No,
like frontwards.
No, I know, but I just wanted to see you like.
That's how my shoulders would move. I think.
Loved it.
Yeah.
I can't. Okay.
Are we on the second break? Are we on the second segment?
Okay. Wait. Whew. Okay. So.
It's hot in here. It's hot.
You're just breakdancing in your chair.
That's why I'm hot. You're right. That's why I'm sweating.
I'm starting to get hot because I was laughing so fucking hard.
Wait,
I was fine before.
We were talking about my week the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's sorry. Sorry.
No, it's fine because we went off on a tangent. It's fine.
My week.
That was amazing. So my week wasn't nearly as great as Pro's
You didn't break dance?
life. No, I didn't break dance. I stared at your fucking face for like. We just need. Nobody needs to see. Like they can see my face here. We just need an angle.
I'm sweating. I'm gonna turn on the fan.
Go ahead. We just need to see your angle right here, and that's it.
Wait, my angle or my ankle?
Angle.
Oh, they said ankle.
I was also laughing and moving at the same time, so I apologize. Oh, God. That fan feels amazing. All right, you guys are going to hear that on the audio. We don't care.
We don't care because we need to stay cool in this bitch. Yeah. Fuck Kevin Chan.
So my week. All right. So my past, I guess, 2 weeks, whatever. I told you my friend is in Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Puerto Rico.
So she randomly just like moved out there. She's talking about moving back because of some crazy shit that's happening over there. And then she's trying to convince me to go down there. She's like, "Come on, just come down here, blah, blah, blah," whatever." I'm like, "All right, bitch." Like, yeah. And then she's like, "No, I can get you jobs out here."
What kind of job? Oh, bartending jobs.
Yeah, but because she said she had, it's a bunch of people. Like she's around like locals and like people that live there, but she's also around people like travelers. Like she was living on a fucking hostel, so she's around a bunch of like white people from like all over. Okay. And as one kid was trying to hire her to help market some bullshit, and she was down for it. Like I was on the phone with her when he like walked into her room, and I was like, "No, you can go ahead." So I'm listening to the conversation, and then she goes, "Oh, it's at a like he was trying to throw an event to market something or whatever."
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, the girl I'm on the phone with, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, this bitch is crazy. She just, like, starts... Because she was actually a part of Check It for, like, the first year and a half, I believe.
Okay, I'm starting to remember who you're talking about. Okay.
I feel like...
You mentioned her before, but obviously I never met her.
I think you might have met her.
Really? What's her name? I don't fuck the one.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah. Light skin, black hair.
Probably not.
Yeah. If you see her, you're like, oh, you kind of look familiar. You've probably like when you would first come in, but you weren't like that involved with Check It yet. Ugh. Yeah, you were. It was like the first because she remembered you. I remember her saying something about you. Like,
I gotta see a picture of it.
Yeah.
I'm bad with names.
No, you're good. Same as me. So, anyway, so she's telling him like about the shit like Check It and stuff like that. And then, oh yeah, she has questions and she's fucking selling me. And I'm like, I'm not going down there. Like, I get it. I'm not going down there. And then she told him what I said, and he's like, oh no, we'll buy you a plane ticket. No, I'm like, I'm good. But then she found out he was doing some scheme shit. Yeah. So she backed out of that. They're upset about it. So she's like, yeah, I might have to, they were giving out her information apparently. So she was getting like random phone calls. And people were just like, aren't you so-and-so? Don't you live here? And she's like, I don't really talk to anybody. Like when I'm like, if I go to this one club, yeah, they recognize, because I go there every night. But I go there, I act like I don't speak English, and I barely like say anything. So nobody really knows who the fuck, because she's half Spanish, so she fits in. So anyway, so she talking about coming back up here soon. I think I forgot when. She'll probably crash here. And then I have my friend in Miami who's trying to fly me and Juan out. Literally send a
Yeah, we talked about this. This is weird when you told me.
So
yeah, break that down.
So a friend of ours got he moved down to Florida and just recently got engaged to a girl, but none of us, and like in high school we used to call each other like the coro.
Mm-hmm.
None of us have met this girl, so we're just like, oh, this is weird.
Always weird.
Always
When
weird.
you don't meet that.
Yeah, it's just whatever. So what was it? Juan had FaceTime to her, be like, yo, how do you feel about this? Like, so-and-so getting engaged. So they're talking about it. And then she's like, wait, is Sade there? And then I think I was doing some shit, I forgot. And I walked into the room. I'm like, yeah. So we're all talking about it. And then she's like, and then we transitioned out of that conversation. She's like, yeah, like, when you guys going to come down here? We usually go to Miami once a year. Right. Obviously, we didn't go last year. Right. So she's missing us. And she's like, we don't have to go anywhere. We just stay in my apartment. Just come down for a weekend. It's super cheap. And literally just starts looking up flights with Juan. Sends us both, after we got off the phone with her, sends us both a picture of her credit card.
She really wants y'all over there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, I feel bad, but I just don't know if going out there for a weekend is worth having to get all these tests. Because I need at least like 2 tests, I think.
But Florida's so loose with their shit right now.
Yeah.
Like, them niggas is not, they don't be, you wouldn't even think mass existed.
Because granted, I don't think she does like this graphic design for a printer shop. So I don't know if she's in the office. I think she's just working from home right now still.
A job like that, you can work from home.
Yeah.
You don't need to fucking go in the office.
Most of the time, I mean, she would still go to the office, but like when I was working down there, I'm trying to think, was she working for them yet? But she still has like other clients. Yeah. Like I think she even considers like her mom technically is a client because she helps her with her side business. And like her mom has got her clients up here. She connected with somebody randomly in New York that she has her own clients, and then what she does for the printing shop. So she's always building a website, doing logos, shit like that. That's who I learned it from. And so she's always doing shit at home, so I never really know. But more than likely, she's, working from home. I think her girl, I'm not entirely sure what she's doing, if she's working from home or not. But I don't know I don't think they go out like that. They used to. But I just don't know. She's like, we don't have to go anywhere. Then they invite one of our friends, the friend that almost gave me COVID for my birthday.
Yeah, him too.
Somehow,
what was the plan?
That was a mistake.
Her saying we don't got to go anywhere. We just stay at my house. What the hell were y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna be in lockdown with her when you guys are? So you're not gonna go out there in Florida, but you can stay here in Jersey. And you go out anyways.
Pretty much, I guess.
I don't see the point. She's probably just feeling like lonely and wants people to hang out with, which I understand.
Yeah, because if she were to come here, she can't. Like her mom, I don't even know how has caught COVID, and like we dropped some stuff off to her, because she sent us a list, but then when her mom needed it, I was working, so Juan just like got her all the stuff that she needed and dropped it off. Yeah. But I don't know, like I don't think she would just stay with her mom because she would have to wait and get tested and shit. So I don't know if she's really thinking about coming up here, but I don't know. Because during the whole thing, she mentioned it. She mentioned traveling up here, but her mom said no. She's like, no, just stay down there. Like, it's just, I'm going to DR for like a week and a half, I think, or 2 weeks. That, I'm like, okay, I have to get tested there. I'm probably going to get tested again, even before I go to work, just because. Because I'm going through the,
at this point.
Like, I would, because you have to get tested when you're flying, like, internationally. Or, like, out of the country and shit. So... but like I'm going for an extended period of time, but just for a weekend. That's why I don't know. Yeah,
nah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't know. And then they mentioned it when homie was on the phone. He's like, all right, so then what are we gonna do? We tell him. He's like, all right, so then like where are we gonna go? I'm like, no. See, and I look at Juan. I'm like, that's why I don't want to go. Like now I'm definitely not. If he's going, because he's gonna be like, all right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to stay.
No, I'm fine if we're just doing a weekend and we're chilling with her and just like bullshitting.
I can see that if it's a weekend.
No, it was just a weekend.
Oh, okay, all right. I can see that.
It was like we leave Friday and come back Sunday night or Monday or some shit.
There just better be enough stuff in the house to help pass the time.
Probably.
Get some weed, whatever vice you want, you know.
Oh no,
liquor.
the only thing is he can't smoke.
Oh,
so
true.
I don't smoke. And then, they always have shit there.
All right, well, as long as there's shit there to help pass the time, obviously that'll help.
Yeah, it'll be like
need.
when I was working down there for a month, we used to do that. Like I would just chill in their house.
Liquor and board games, like TV, like just something, some movies.
It's not about how we're spending our time. It's just me overthinking. Am I wasting it? Like, not wasting. Am I like, is it worth having to go through all the trouble of like doing the test and all that shit and having to worry like, did I catch COVID?
Right. That's always a possibility when you go anywhere. But even just stepping outside, it's a possibility nowadays because everybody fucking gets it. It's like the fucking chicken pox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point.
I got a friend of mine. I won't say his name, but he told me he got it recently.
Mm-hmm.
And at his job, they're super, super protective. Like the mask, gloves, like virtually no contact with anybody. But he still somehow ended up getting it. He wasn't even sure. And he fucking stayed home for about 2 weeks, missed work, then had to stay home an additional week because of the blizzard.
Yeah.
And his girl stayed with him. And the whole time she stayed next to him, took care of him, she didn't catch it. So shit's weird like that.
Oh, yeah. My, one of the bartenders, her parents got it. She lives in like this basement apartment thing they have set up for her. But her parents had COVID and she never caught it.
Right. It's weird.
It is. It's really weird.
It's super weird.
So I don't know. But I mean, if I'm kind of leaning towards it. There were some people, what was it? Like Maria went to some like social distance car type, I don't know, festival. I forgot what the fuck it was. Like a drive-in. It was weird. Yeah. I didn't get like the specifics. But she flew out to Chicago. So when I was talking about it, she's like, well, I went to Chicago and I'm still good. She had to get like fucking 10 tests.
Again, doing this shit is stupid. Being socially distanced at the airport means nothing when you're going to be sitting next to the person on the plane.
Oh yeah, now they have it. I didn't know this, that they changed it. My sister, when she came here from Vegas, she had people directly behind her and directly next to her.
Because you have to. What are you going to do? You're going to there's not enough planes to fucking sit people 6 feet apart.
No, there is.
6 feet apart in the plane? I haven't been on a plane since COVID started, so I don't know how it goes.
No, in the beginning, that's how they did it. Like, you had, when his cousin went to Aruba or something, I forgot. She had, like, there's the 3 seats. She was by herself.
Yeah, but the more and more that
happens,
happens,
I think it's pretty much, but...
The airlines can't afford that shit.
No, they can't. They can't. So, I don't know. No,
I'm sorry. That's another thing my kid said. He's like, and he made a great point. He's like, and I couldn't answer back. I'm like, we're supposed to be socially distanced, right, Dad? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, no, all the kids are next to us in the hallways because it's such a small hallway, just like any fucking school, elementary, middle school, and in the buses. He's like, all the kids like we're rubbing shoulders. Like, how are we being protected?
Yeah, the masks don't do anything.
I didn't have an answer.
Yeah, I don't know, because his thing was, oh, well, you go to the bar. I'm like, true. I mean, I'm not like standing up and walking around with no mask.
And the bars aren't packed.
And they're not packed.
They're not packed. So.
No, like there's somebody else from work that went to Florida, but she goes to not Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and she was like, yeah, no, she was like, how you go anywhere around here and you're like, oh fuck, I forgot my mask, and it's super awkward, or you see the people that are insistent on not wearing masks and it's like they're pariah, like, what are you doing? It's complete opposite. Yeah. She was like, I felt weird wearing a mask. Not like people were judging me for wearing a mask, but I just felt awkward being the only one wearing a mask. Yeah. And she was like, but I wasn't, because she had COVID before. And she was like, yeah, I felt like I was going to die. So she was insisting on it. And then all of a sudden, I went to the strip club. She was like, fuck it. Takes off her mask, talking about like ass and titties in her face. I just step away from her. She's like, no, I don't have it. Like, I'm good. I was like, oh, okay. Talking about ass and titties in your face. I'm like, this is...
Are these strippers wearing masks? They take
I didn't ask her about any of that.
That'd be some funny shit. They take off everything but keep their mask on. That's some shit.
Man, that would be funny. I would ask my friend if she went to Tata, but I don't know. Huh?
I saw that on Twitter. Matter of fact, we can get into the fucking Twitter thing. Twitter's the place to be. Twitter's the place to check out. I've been told some of my homies be talking reckless on there, so I had to come check it out. And then today, I finally found one of them pages that niggas was talking about. So I just went down a Twitter wormhole. I saw like a tweet that one of my boys liked from this random chick. Went to the chick's Twitter, then saw the stuff that she liked, and then I just found adult moods on Twitter. And I'm like, I remember someone telling me, he's like, yeah, man, they post a lot more R-rated shit than they would on IG. It's like it's more free over there on Twitter. So I looked at it, I'm like, oh, damn. Like, these motherfuckers, like, you really finding just straight porn on Twitter. I just forgot because I haven't been on Twitter in a minute. And, wow.
Wait, adult what?
Adult moods, MOODZ.
Okay.
Adult moods, and it's like 18. Like, I think the Abby's like an orange, like a silhouette of a chick with devil horns.
Oh, but continue. Found it. Never mind. Yeah. I was looking at trending instead of people.
There you go. So,
Jesus.
Yeah, right. So, mind you, I was stuck on that for a good 10 minutes.
Oh my God, and it's funny because it's like, this tweet might include sensitive content. Why is my shit tailored? Oh, I don't want to change it now. I seen one thing. That was enough. Oh my God, it's all saying that.
Yeah, you must have.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just found that. I'm like, okay, now I see why Twitter's so exciting.
No, what was it? I tweeted the other day. Damn, I got to find it, but continue. Hold on.
Twitter's cool. And then I think I was going to make a bigger point about this.
Oh, I'm on the pod page. That's why.
Oh, so your shit's all.
All right. No, finish.
No, what the fuck point was I making? Was it Twitter?
Jonas.
But, yeah, I mean, but Twitter's fucking crazy and amazing at the same time. And just, yeah, I can see that it's good, but I kind of get tired of just hearing people's random thoughts all day if they're not funny.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, just I scroll
after a
past
while,
it.
I kind of just scroll past it. Some of the stuff is cool, some stuff is informational, but I think to me, IG is still number one for me.
All right, so I tweeted, people act crazy on this app. Twitter is where the bitter and the horny roam free, I see. And
yeah, no, that's 100% accurate.
Pretty much, which is it's just
I see bitterness and I see horniness, and all the other stuff in between.
Yeah, but I feel like it's mainly those two, and then just everything else sprinkled.
It's a nice place to vent, and then I just remember like those tweets where people say, you don't have to put your whole life on social media. It's not necessary. You kind of don't need to. It's never needed.
Sometimes it's awkward, especially when like you see a tweet and it's a little hypocritical, and you're just like. Okay.
But that happens all the fucking time. Like
I know, but it's just like, I guess to see it instead of just hearing it is different.
Yeah.
And then, or like, you get the horny, that's whatever. What was it? Did you ever see the silhouette challenge? I guess I just seen a little part of it. I guess a couple did a silhouette challenge, but there's girls like on the chair, and it looks like the guy is either just eating her out or eating her ass. And then all of a sudden, I guess she farted.
I saw that today, yes.
Yeah, and then he smacked her ass, and he's just like this.
I can't believe you did that.
And then she smacks her ass, not knowing what happened. Yeah. Or, because if you think that could have just been like a queef, or it could have been a real fart, and she's just like, be a man, take it. It was just really weird.
It could have been a queef.
It could have been a queef.
It could have been a queef.
It could have been a queef. But the way he liked it, I don't know. I don't know.
The way he took that shit could have been, yeah.
The way he took it was like a fart, though. The way he got offended.
If you're in that position, you gotta just take it. You should be able to. If you're down there.
No, but a lot of the comments were about that. They're like, "Yo, if you're gonna do that, then you might as well." Like,
fucking be a grown up. Take the fucking fart.
That shit, I can't. It's just so funny. Twitter's just.
No, Twitter's
it's insane.
It's insane. It really is.
Somebody I commented like, "Yo, how is?" No, not on that one, but something else, and it was like, "Yo, how is Twitter still free at this point?"
Yeah.
Because of all the shit, and like somebody else said something like the same thing but censored, and like, how is it not censored yet? Like, how do they just let the shit happen? And it's like that. I think that's the allure of Twitter, though.
I can see porn, but you guys aren't gonna let you guys kick Donald Trump out because he's inciting violence. After a while, it's just like both of these things are pretty bad. Like you don't want kids seeing either of that shit.
True.
But I'd rather my kid read a Donald Trump tweet than see that.
Okay, so would you rather have your kid be exposed to violence or be exposed to porn? Not like it's in their face, but like in social media terms.
When you say violence, like fight videos?
Fight videos are just like, I guess. I mean, Trump's tweets weren't technically.
Yeah, I'd rather see Trump's tweets than for my kid. I'd rather my kid see Trump's tweets than see porn.
But it wasn't. I think the banning of his shit was less people actually.
Well, he was inciting violence. He was telling people to start.
Yeah, so it was
Fucking
more
shit
to
up.
control, like, shut the fuck up, because
Yeah.
this is what you're called. I think it was the after effect of his thing,
'Cause
like
now
the
he's
consequences.
He's been permanently banned. Even if he gets, if he goes for re-election
Yeah,
in
I saw that.
2024,
Yeah, Twitter, they're still
gonna ban him, which I think is cool. It's great. I personally didn't care because I wasn't one of the people that was feeling any type of way. I just thought it was funny and entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime he'd say something, I just pictured like him saying it in his voice.
Well, no, they
and
banned
laughed.
him not just because of how people were feeling about what he was saying. It was, well, if they were feeling, what is it called? If they were feeling I can't find the word, but like you saw some sort of way about it, but it was more so the consequences of his tweets.
Well, yeah,
And what, like, people were just like, okay, well, if he tweeted this, if he said this, then he wants us to rally up together.
Right, yeah. The whole Capitol riot was the last straw.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once that happened, like, all right, no, this nigga pretty much said it in his tweets, whether it was subliminally or not. He caused this shit to happen.
Yeah.
So,
So not really Trump's tweets, but violence in the sense of, like, I guess just like, violence, like, I guess fight videos, like the shit on Instagram that says you can't see.
Yeah, those are fight videos.
People dying.
I'd rather, when you say it that way, yeah, because technically he's seeing more violence anyway. Like when he's playing video games or watching movies or TV or something.
True.
He'll see violence.
Could also see sex that way.
But porn, yeah, and sex, and that porn on there, man. Oof, that porn on Twitter. I zoned out because I was thinking about everything I saw today. It's crazy, man. Them motherfuckers go off, man. Like,
is it actual like porn? Because when you're saying
no, it's
porn,
the amateur porn.
Oh, okay.
And I respect that porn because it's like, how many times are like people like you and me really gonna be fucking out there in the Hollywood Hills in like a big ass mansion, windows wide as shit? Remember that time we talked about wide windows?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these windows are wide. These niggas got money. No, give me the room that's playing.
Why did we start? Okay, I'm sorry.
During Black Noir and
yeah,
Edgewater, we were talking about niggas with wide windows.
You got
money.
wide window money. Yeah.
Wide window money.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, give me the grainy camera with the half made bed. With the stains on the walls. And,
so they're actual
and
people.
a random TV show
I've
playing
only
in the background.
I've seen dick pics. I've seen like full nudes, and like kind of people fucking, I guess, but nothing. I've never seen anything crazy
On Twitter?
Yeah.
No, that page.
Not
right
like
there,
actual people fucking.
that page right there is all you need right there. And there's other ones
Jesus
like
Christ.
that too. That's straight. That's OnlyFans content. That's like motherfuckers just sending private videos of themselves.
So Twitter's essentially Tumblr.
Yeah.
It's like user friendly, I guess, in a sense.
Pretty much, man. And it's just a lot of people on Twitter just don't give a fuck, and people retweet that shit. And then the funniest part is just seeing your friends liking it and commenting it.
Which it's not that I'm judging. It's more just laughing at the fact that one of our friends. Everybody knows who.
But I ain't even mad because the nigga, he's single. Like, live your fucking life,
no,
bro.
no. That's
So
why I'm
I
not
ain't mad.
judging. But
Yeah,
it's funny. And then guest shouted him out on like my tweet, and he was just like, "No," he tried to deny it, and I'm like, "Nah, you're definitely. It's definitely the second one. It's not the bitter one." I was like, "Never bitter."
Calling him out.
I wasn't calling. Guest did it first,
Yeah.
and then I was just like, "No, he's never bitter. Never that." But the second one, and he tried to be like, "Okay, maybe sometimes." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, sometimes." But it is kind of fun. It is wild. Like, I wish they didn't have that whole liking thing.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't really care to see like what anybody likes. That doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Oof.
If anything, all it does is puts me on to someone else that I can find. I guess in that sense, it's helpful.
Yeah, because I've been able to like, well, not in like porn sense, but like I'll be able to like will like something, and then I'm like, oh, I kind of like that too, and I'll retweet it or some shit.
But it's mad random shit. Like I saw a tweet last night that's like at 1 a.m, it's leave it in hours. I'm like, yo, man, y'all niggas is wild, man. 1 a.m is leave it in hours.
Listen, the leave it in is fucking overrated. That shit is just.
It's leave it in hours.
No. That shit is just not fun. It's super overrated. Because condom or no condom, it's mad uncomfortable. It's just weird. So now, leave it in hours. Fuck out of here.
I don't care how far she lives. I'm taking her to Pound Town.
I'm taking her.
No matter what town you in, it's Pound Town when I get there.
Oh man, no, to see some of what was it? To see some of the shit on Twitter, it's kind of funny when. So if I kind of told you this, somebody I know, me and her have actually gotten close. So I guess like, not friends yet, but getting there.
Yeah.
She was telling me, she's like, I think you know him. Slid in my DMs, won't stop texting me, blah blah blah. And she's telling me about the messages, and she's like who talks like this? And it's funny to kind of see like some of what he was saying. I would see it on Twitter, not him tweeting it, but just like I would see it on Twitter. I was just like, this is kind of funny. Like just like people picking lines and like certain things, and oh, if you're talking to a girl, act like that, like, you know, shit like that.
Oh my god, yeah, niggas getting the game from Twitter.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let these Twitter gurus teach you how to talk to women. Sure. Yeah.
No, but when she showed me that, I'm like, yeah, I've heard that. I've experienced that.
Hey man, shoot.
And yeah,
shoot. That's
what when I explained, I was like, do you know about like shooters and, you know, like assassins, you know, all that shit, snipers too. And then because assassin, I think is just like, I think assassin and then sniper.
Well, two different terms. I don't even hear assassin that much. Sniper I hear all the time.
I've heard assassin, but like it was like a joke. Like what's better than
assassin
sniper?
is like just savage all the way.
Yeah.
That's how I see one.
That's how I see it.
But
yeah.
Sniper is a whole different level of savage in a way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like assassin. What was it? My friend had, because I feel like he made it up. But I can't get it out of my head, so I keep saying assassin. Assassin
to me is like a dude that just slurs these chicks out, puts them on his OnlyFans.
But I feel like that. No, but like that's the one. Like a sniper, because he said he's like a sniper might miss a shot, but an assassin, he secures a job, everything is done.
Yeah, hitman. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what was it? So I'm like, there's like these snipers, there's assassins, you know, they're just shooters. Yeah. Yeah, he's just a shooter. And she started laughing. I'm like, no, he's just a shooter. Hey, I was like, so just ignore it. It's fine.
Hey, man, just keep shooting them. Those shots will go in some way, somehow.
Yeah, I had, like, the guy that fucking was hitting me up during LB's episode. And I was just like, that was that was weird. Probably, I didn't even get to tell her about it.
I didn't think you wanted to get into that, but that's weird as fuck.
No, that was just way weirder than what she was dealing with. Yeah. And I was gonna tell her, I was like, yo, like this just happened, and then we were at work, so something, you know, she got busy, or one of us got busy.
You haven't heard back from that guy, right?
No, not at all. But like it was just fucking weird, and I'm like, because it reminded me, that's why I was gonna bring it up to her, because she was telling this guy like just short answers, like haha, okay, like okay, well, I don't know what you mean, kind of thing, and it was kind of what it was kind of what I was dealing with when I was just giving him, like I told you, the short answers. And I'm just saying, at what point are you going to, like, stop it? Right. I mean, remember I told you, I was like, oh, my God, he's texting. I was like, I see, not texting, but typing.
Oh, when he was still going, yeah.
It said typing ... And I'm like, what else are you typing? And then just disappeared.
It's past midnight, sir. Like.
It was 2 a.m.
At 2 a.m, sir.
From, like, 10 o'clock to 2 a.m.
I have editing to do.
Yeah.
Like, do
I need help? No. Like, it was just.
You are a grown man, sir.
Are you hungry? Twice? No. If I just like, I'm good. I'm good. It was just weird.
I don't eat carbs after 8, sir.
It was just funny to me because it was just weird because I was sending voice notes to Velvet because she was passed out already. But it was funny, the next day she catches up and she was like, hold on, let me just finish listening to the voice notes. But it was funny because in one of them I'm like, I think I took a bite, I had half a burger left because I didn't eat, and I'm like, yo, LB's gonna make me drink, I haven't eaten anything. So I went to McDonald's, got a burger. I only ate half. And then I was so nervous. That's why I was babysitting the Tully. Gotcha. Because I was looking at it. I'm like, I don't want to throw you up. So as I'm reading it to her, I'm laughing. I'm like, am I hungry? And I took a bite. I'm like, I already got half a burger. I'm good. Like, I almost felt like telling him that. Like, I'm straight. No, you ask me another time. Like, I'm eating half a burger right now. Like, even though it's cold. I'm good. I'm good. Straight. Like, it was just... Ugh. Shooters, I just want to know at one point do shooters level up to like the next tier?
when they start hitting a good amount of their shots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they gain more confidence.
Are skills sharpened? At
The
this
skills
point?
are sharpened,
Okay.
and they have a better sense of who to
Mhm.
shoot at, or what hoops to shoot at.
Is it like trial and error?
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of trial and error.
Okay.
You're shooting at different parks, trying to check the wind resistance at every park because everyone has different wind resistance.
Yeah.
Some rims are double rimmed,
Mm-hmm.
so there's like a different type of bounce to it.
Yeah.
So you might, on a cold day,
Feel
you
like
might get a
this is
different
like
reaction.
two different ones coming together.
No,
That
this
makes
is it all makes sense. This is pros
Okay.
analogy time.
All right, heard.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have it ready. I wasn't prepared. Continue though.
Okay. Well,
Wait, think I can. Oh, I found it. Okay, yeah.
pros analogy time. So you're shooting at different baskets. You're going to different courts. Some of these may be double rim, single rim. You might run into those rims that are just made of like this empty milk cartons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get those types of ones.
So that's how you start, is empty milk cartons.
Well, yeah, I mean, unless you're really confident at first and you shoot at an NBA style rim.
True.
Yeah, but either way, you start learning what works for you, what
But the
doesn't
milk
work for
carton
you.
is how you're learning.
The milk carton is definitely where you want to start learning.
Okay.
You know,
Training wheels. In a
Yeah,
sense.
training wheels. You know,
Okay.
although there's no backboard, there's no really chance of you getting any help. You'll know right then and there if it's going to work or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you start to work your way up. A couple parks that have an upgraded hoop. You start saying, oh, there's a lot of players here. Let me back off. This might be It might be a while before I get a chance here. I can't just say, hey, fellas, I got next. It's not going to work that way. So you go to another empty park, try your shot there. Keep shooting. Don't shoot from the logo. Try to get to the foul line, possibly just right under the basket. See how that works for you. Wait till it's a very, very clear shot for yourself. Obviously, don't do too much dribbling. You know what I mean? No one likes to show off.
Is there like a game of horse? If it's like multiple guys trying to like, all right, so who's gonna?
Well, if it
shoot their
does, but
shot?
at that time, it's just like that's kind of nasty. No, because at horse, you're already shooting shots, and they're either going in or they're not going in. But it's kind of like, well, I'm gonna shoot, and then you shoot, and then I shoot, and then you shoot. No, that's kind of weird.
I feel like some guys do that sometimes.
You shoot, I shoot.
I don't know if it's planned. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I can't assume that.
But
it
it
is planned.
almost seems like okay.
It can't be planned. If it's planned, then you guys are weird.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's planned, then you
There are
guys
some weirdos
two
out
fucking
there.
sicko weirdos.
Yeah.
Neither here nor there.
Mhm.
That's really what it comes down to, I think. But yeah, the more shots that go in, the more confident you get, and then you'll go back to trying those like major league nets and
Okay.
trying your luck there. I think that's what it comes down to. But at the end of the day, shoot or shoot.
Okay, so where would like
I love
the
where you're going
ones
with this.
where would No, because I feel like that's what I experienced,
The Dave-
and that's what
the Dave and Buster's
Homegirl
Chuck
is
E. Cheese shit?
experienced. Yes.
Well, does she consider herself a Chuck E. Cheese, Dave & Buster's basket?
In a sense, yeah. Because she was showing me this guy that she's talking to. She's like giddy over it. And like just from that conversation and to, hey, do you know this guy? Wait, what's his name? I think I seen blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what's it? Yeah. That was my, I made one of your faces. I was sitting there with her, like just on my phone. I was like,
Well, I gotta be one of my faces.
because you, like you just, I've seen you. I don't know. It's just the editing
Oh, was
thing.
it
I'm used
I
to.
didn't make the face in the video or like in real life?
No, I've seen you make this face on air and off air,
Okay.
where it's just like, yeah, one of those. I don't know. It's one of those. But anyway, so I realized like I made one of your faces, and she just looked at me and laughed. She was like, "What?" I'm like, "I know who that is. Yes, yeah, he won't stop." I'm like, after a while, eventually he will, but just if you stopped answering. So anyway, but I feel like in a sense it was just like just shot after shot after. No.
Keep
Not
shooting,
taking home
shoot to shoot. I mean, look, you gotta.
But I feel like shooters gonna shoot is almost that like like I feel like there's just some girls where it's just the basket, this arcade Dave and Buster's. No, I feel like Dave and Buster's like Six Flags, where it's like I've never been able to get Six Flags.
What, the carnival shots?
Carnival shots.
Oh
there.
my god, yeah. Some girls are like the carnival shots where it's like an extra foot higher than the NBA style,
Yeah.
and the ball just doesn't seem to fit in the net no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Like there's always a trick to it.
Because I okay, outside of the analogy, I really do feel like though it's not like this. I feel like it caves in somehow.
Yeah.
where it's like meant for, I feel like there's a different layer, like almost like the lid.
Yeah.
So it, or like, but opposite.
Like it's almost not meant to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those
Back
are tough
to the
to
analogy.
say.
Yeah.
Those are tough to say. Those but the ones you're talking about, little kiddie style joints, those seem like training wheels. Those kind of seem like a lower level than this. Than
But the
milk
carnival
carton.
ones, they never go in.
The carnival ones, you got to
It's
really
rare.
try because it's
And then all of a
higher.
sudden it sits there and you're just like, that's it.
You think it's going in, it doesn't.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it doesn't. And then all of a sudden it's just like, no, it's not.
That's tough. I gotta come back to that one. There's a good explanation for that one, but I haven't thought of it yet. But still, shooter shoot.
Yeah.
A shooter should know when the shot's not gonna go in, though. I feel like.
Yeah, there has to be a stop.
Like the lights got
a
turned off.
no.
Yeah, the lights got turned off. So the neighbors say, "Hey, you're being too loud. Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, to go from like somebody's DMs. Actually,
Yeah.
that was way too. Edit out.
Okay.
That was way too specific.
Or somebody just might, come onto the court and be like, "Yo, what are you doing shooting here?" Like, and just take your ball and kick it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens too.
Actually, I don't think I'm gonna edit that out. Anyway, so what else?
Fair enough. No, what else? Shit, nigga.
Oh,
mean,
I don't. Yeah, I don't
Twitter-
think I have anything besides
Twitter's
the new
a-
video.
Twitter's a
and then
wonderland.
Twitter, yeah.
Nigga, the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, go
I
ahead.
wanted to talk about the Super Bowl. I
s-
figured I could talk to you
I
because you're a
slept
sports
through
fan
it.
and you slept through it.
I know, yeah, because okay, listen.
Go ahead,
So
talk about it.
I wake up and it's morning time,
All right.
and I'm good. I'm chilling, and then and it's snowing.
Mm-hmm.
So and Sunday I don't work. I'm still recovering from fucking working the night before, and I'm like, babe, think about, we don't have any food in the house, and if we're gonna get food, he's like, are you hungry? I'm like, no, I'm good, but before shit gets crazy. And I'm just assuming when I said shit gets crazy, I didn't really say like snow and Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So and then he's like, oh, is it snowing? And I pull the curtain up, it's mad fucking snow already. And he's like, damn. I'm like, all right, just think about it. It's 11. 2 o'clock comes by. I'm like, hey, babe, so. And then he's like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, it's for later. We just got to think about it. Even if we don't eat now, we need to at least like
Snack,
figure
yeah.
out, what the fuck. Not snack, but like just get food in the crib before, And then he's like, fuck, today's the Super Bowl? I'm like, yeah. And of course, 5 seconds before he said that, he's like, you want pizza and wings? And I'm looking at him, I'm like, yeah, but today's not I'm just thinking in my head, like, today's not the day to, fuck, it's Super Bowl? So anyway, so he calls, he eventually goes to pick it up, and the smell, it's already like 4 or 5 o'clock. I'm like, fuck it, I'll eat. Pass the fuck out after all the calamari and fucking wings and pizza, pass out. And then I wake up and it's 11:30.
Oh, damn.
And my phone is blowing up from ESPN and all that shit. And I'm just like, cool. I just missed everything.
You missed everything. I mean, granted,
Saw the memes. That's about it.
it was a boring game.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Oh, you know sports, I can tell you. Basically, Mahomes had an injury, a previous injury to his toe, so he wasn't running at full speed.
Damn.
2 of his offensive tackles were injured, so they had a bunch of backups.
Shit, yeah, I did hear about that, yeah.
A bunch of backups, and the ones that already were there had to get moved like to the left one spot, so that fucks up the whole rhythm that they had this whole season. So they're not at 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker was making the best misses that I've ever seen, the best incomplete passes. Like, this nigga's getting tackled, and he's like, his knees 2 inches off the ground. He's doing like a sidearm throw.
Mm-hmm.
And if this would have been caught, like 3 of these passes, had they been caught, would have been a whole different game. But like one of them, just like he threw it, that one where he's off the ground, he threw it, and the guy, like, he had it in his hands and went through his hands and hit him in the fucking face. If they'd have caught these, the game would have been so much different. I think Buccaneers still would have won, but it would have been a lot closer.
What was the score?
It was 31-9. Like, homie didn't even score a touchdown.
Shit.
Homie didn't even score a touchdown. 3 field goals was all he'd had.
Oh, that's a rough
It
one.
was bad. It was bad. And shit.
Wait, so 2 players were out. Were they wide receivers? I missed that.
No. The offensive line.
Oh, offensive line. Okay.
2 of the offensive linemen were gone. So the other ones that were healthy got moved like one spot
But
to the
still,
left.
they're not.
But it fucked
yeah.
up the rhythm because it's not the original position.
Mhm.
And you
They're
had
not-
backups that didn't know the system, and you're going against fucking this defense.
And there's no amount of practice that'll be able to like get you into that.
Not even with a whole week full of practice, it doesn't matter. And homie's toe was
I mean,
like,
there is an amount of practice, like a whole fucking off
you
season.
You get an extra week plus in between those games to get ready for the Super Bowl because they want everybody at their top.
No, I'm saying it's not enough.
It's not enough. It's never enough. And the lights and everything that affects people. So basically, the matchup that everybody wanted didn't happen because homie wasn't at 100%.
Damn.
Yeah.
That would have just been disappointing at the fact. I mean, like, none of these are my teams. I really don't give a fuck. I wanted to bet on Tom Brady, but then I also felt like an asshole. But I wanted to bet on Tom Brady just because it's Tom Brady and it's Super Bowl. Come on, it's the same.
This guy's the fucking GOAT. Like, there's nothing else that can be said. Like,
there really isn't.
This
like,
guy,
it's just what he does.
And it's
7 fucking rings though.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And I was listening to like someone else's take on this. I'm like, Brady is not like when you're gonna make a list of like the best attributes in sports for quarterbacks, like hardest throw, most accurate, the fastest. If you do a top 5 of all those, Brady's not gonna be in any of those. But the motherfucker can play, and maybe it's just his decision making that's so good because he just knows how to read defenses, and he'll know where the best place to put a pass is.
I think what makes Tom Brady is the fact that he's such a good leader and such a It's not that like when they compared his stats to like Serena Williams for some reason.
Oh, like for best athletes and shit.
Yeah, which granted, Serena Williams is amazing, and it's not like he's done a lot, but his leadership is what does it. I think his ability to like rally up the team and just, I mean, at this point, if you're playing on the same team as Tom Brady, he doesn't have to say shit. He just walks in the room and you're just like, yeah, or you just hear about it. Oh, he's traded to us. Cool. Yeah. Oh, we're fucking winning. Yeah. Like I need to work this much harder if I'm going to be, on the field with him.
Yeah. And motherfuckers just respect Brady so much that they don't want to let him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you're playing with, not even against, but you're playing with somebody like that. Fuck
someone that's like the greatest. Like he's got that GOAT, like aura to him, but he's also got that, and I've seen as a leader, he's got like kind of like that dad aura. Like, you don't want to let dad down.
When you see him off to the side on the bench, you kind of see that. His interaction with other players, Yeah,
like he's into it. Like he gets pumped up. But then there was a point after. See, you missed the game, but one of the cornerbacks on the players on defense got in Brady's face after one of his drives where he didn't convert, and Brady got mad. He's like, "Oh, really? Okay." And they were going back and forth, and then you saw it. Brady kept going at him and going at him and going at him. And this is a good player. Like out of college, they call him the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Oh, I don't know his name, but the Honey Badger.
Yeah, the Honey Badger. Yeah. He went at Brady, and Brady was talking match. He's like, "Oh, really?" And you could hear Brady getting pumped up. And then the next drives kept going at him. They were just scoring. I think that's what Brady needed to like put him over the edge. Homie should have never said shit. Should have never said nothing to Brady and just let it slide. Yeah. But Brady was determined. And then you see Brady on the bench, like they're up by 2 touchdowns already. Brady just got his head down. Not celebrating, not worried about what anyone else is doing. He's got his head down. That's when you know this nigga is laser focused.
Oh, yeah.
And he's not letting shit get past him.
No.
At that point, it was like second quarter. I knew it was over.
Like, I remember having Eli and just thinking, like, why can't you fucking be? Like, Eli was clutch. But he didn't have, I mean, he had the Manning name, but he wasn't, like, a leader.
No, he wasn't. He was a goofy face.
Oh God, I just see his face in my like head right now. It's just like, ugh. Like I would see, like that Lost Boy shit used to piss me off. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm one of those that screams at the TV. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing? Like, face, man the fuck up.
It's like the face he makes before you call for an adult. I need an adult. I need my adult. Like that I ain't gonna lie. That happened the other day. I'm at Walmart. We made a big ass purchase, and we right about to come up to the cashier. And she fucking leaves to get some shit, and I don't know what to put in the cart first or on the belt. Yeah. And I look back for her. He's like, I'm here. I know you were gonna freak out. Like, she gets in front of me. Let me start.
No, what was it? Because I had posted about that. It was the Weeknd's the meme that's going around.
Oh, that shit.
So what was it? It was like when it's the dinner rush, and you're looking for a manager. Yeah. So Miller's, and I've done this at other restaurants too, where it's like, I need an adult. Yep. I need an adult. Like before, it's weird me having to say it. Like I remember when I heard like my first day, I heard somebody say it, and I almost like I reacted because I was the adult before Miller's.
Yeah.
So I just no, I don't have a. I can't do anything.
Can't
Never
do this
mind.
anymore.
I'm not an adult anymore. I'm a child. So yeah, when it's I need adult. No, that shit is so accurate. When you're just like, I need somebody found something in their food, and we're just and then during a rush you might see a few of them just like, is there an adult here?
Yeah.
Like I just anybody. So but yeah, I heard mixed reviews about the weekend.
Yeah, let's get into that. So the
go ahead, tell me.
So
yeah.
we already were talking about the weekend before, with the Grammy snubs, because he decided to do this instead of performing at the Grammys. And then on top of that, putting $7 million of his own money into the performance.
Yeah.
So right off that, I'm like intrigued. I'm like, all right, I got to check what this is about.
And then he dropped,
What,
the highlights shit.
the highlights, which I heard is just because Party Next Door dropped some shit at the same time, which is fucking wild.
It's almost like a Jay-Z and Nas thing, which we'll get to later.
It's crazy.
But it was kind of funny to me because I just assumed I didn't know Party Next Door dropped something, but he just dropped.
That's the whole point. You're not supposed to know because that's the whole point.
Because I didn't realize it was the same day because I knew actually I think it's the same thing that I had seen. So he Party Next Door dropped something, and I remember I had my meeting with Rivera and Carter was there, and it was me doing like 5 things for Rivera and Carter like at the same time, like, talking about her covers and shit and her music, and she just he's like, oh, play music. So she was like, oh, did you guys hear the new Party Next Door? And Rivera's thing is like something with like Prime Colors, right?
Okay.
I was working on him with was the name of it is Prime Colors.
Okay.
And when she was like, yeah, Colors, he's like, come on, like I thought of that. And I'm like, have you heard Party Next Door before? Like his thing is Colors. And I didn't realize until after the meeting. I'm in the car. I'm like, well, let me listen to this shit. It's the same thing. I'm just so fucking over Party Next Door. So if we can really drop that because of that, good on you. This highlights, I didn't actually look at it, but I heard it's the same shit.
Oh, it's greatest hits.
Yeah, but it's like
was
Trilogy. But it's Trilogy compacted, right?
I thought Trilogy was his first 3 mixtapes put together.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but just compacted.
No, well,
oh no, this had like Blinding Lights.
Yeah,
like I had
this
his
one
new
has
shit too.
shit off his albums.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the Trilogy was his first 3 mixtapes.
Because I heard the morning. No, but I heard the morning was on there, and then the morning
he
is
probably
old.
grabbed tracks off of that.
Yeah,
like that's what I'm saying. Like this nigga just put shit together for no fucking reason. I'll call it the highlights.
I figured he dropped it before I knew it was in correlation with Party Next Door, which I'm sorry,
if that's
Party,
the case, which is
you trash.
Which sucks because I was never a big Party fan, but I always hear he's like the underground darling. Like motherfuckers really like champion him.
No, we've talked about. I think
like he's super
talked
talented
about this before. I feel like I said this off air a few times. They milk him so much. I feel like he just doesn't know. He doesn't know how to say no.
Right.
That's what it is. Because I feel like he gives all his best shit out, and then anything he keeps for himself, he may think it's hot, but it's not. Like I don't know if it's he gets paid for it. I mean, he does get paid for it, but I don't know if it's like money wise, where it's like, oh, like, or name Drake, Rihanna, like, oh, I'm gonna give you my best shit, and then what you're left with is just, because I liked Party in the beginning, but anyway. So the weekend, I thought it was because of Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
That's what I thought was too, which is happened to come on around the same date. But the performance was, I can understand why people didn't like it. I thought it was just way too much singing. I know Weeknd isn't a dancer, like he was doing that same fucking shuffle with the feet that MJ would do, and that got tired after like the second time I saw it. And then he switched it up and he went into that room that looked like the fucking cheese grater, but golden. And then that just became the meme. I think that's what people were waiting for. They're waiting for a meme moment, and that's what took it. I didn't really care for all the people in the background, like the big choir. I didn't care for that.
I seen some people with masks on.
Yeah, I saw that too. And I don't know. To me, I was reminded of Bruno Mars' performance.
Yeah.
But Bruno Mars had a lot more energy, and he was dancing. So I think that's what people were expecting. They want a person that can sing
Yeah.
and that can also dance. I think people were just expecting way too much, and they were just looking for something to hate on.
Yeah, I feel like The Weeknd. I thought I did kind of think it was weird that he got Super Bowl because Bruno Mars is like a full rounded entertainer.
Yeah, he's just not gonna do it again though.
What?
He's not gonna do the Super Bowl again.
No. I don't see. No. I don't understand people like they would never do it again. I don't think there's a need to. No, I'm saying in comparison.
Oh, okay.
Like he's a full entertainer. I feel like Beyonce, even like J-Lo, even though she can't fucking sing, like that was a full on show.
Yeah.
The Weeknd was always weird to me, like a weird pick for the Super Bowl, just because he has clout now. Yeah, he's topping charts and all that shit. But I've never really seen him as a full entertainer. Like,
I've never
well-rounded.
I've never heard anybody say like, yo, he puts on a show. Like he's got great music and you can perform it. But if you're just moving back and forth across the stage for a Super Bowl show, it's not really that great. Yeah,
because even like Coldplay, I've seen live at MetLife, and then like when they did their Super Bowl shit, they put on like a show.
That was a show. I think it's because you got the band in there too, so that looks cool.
Yeah, and like they had the audience involved and all that shit.
That too. That made a big difference. When there's no audience there, that kind of looks different. And I respect them though, because they try to work around that with the camera angles. Like there was a couple camera angles where it's just like a low shot of him with the fireworks going off in the background.
Yeah, they do that every Super Bowl.
No, but it was a specific camera angle that he had.
Okay.
Like it looked pretty dope, and that was cool. And you could tell that if he's gonna put $7 million of his own money, he probably has control over that.
Yeah,
and everything like that. So like everything else, like the aesthetics were cool. There was just some stuff like the extra people weren't needed. I think the best thing was just that whole scene in there with the other Weeknd lookalikes. I think that was the best part.
Yeah, that was the only clip that I saw, because I was going to go back and see it, but then I was just like, meh, I'm not that. I love The Weeknd, but I'm more of Coke and, like, let's get drunk type Weeknd, like early Weeknd.
Yeah, House of Balloons.
House of
Balloons is my shit.
God, House of Balloons was amazing.
House
the Birds Part 1 is my shit. But yeah,
What You Need.
What You Need is really good.
That was my song. That was always my song growing up.
That was always driving home late at night song. Yeah. Trying to wind it down. Or like the end of the party. No, the Birds, I think it's Part 1. Part 2 I feel like is a slower version, or whatever is like the upbeat, whatever is the, that was the first one.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Whatever was the first one, I mean whatever is the upbeat one, that one, oh man, I used to get me hyped.
That one, I think, High for This, the intro.
High for This, yeah.
It just reminded me of a conversation I had with Saint recently, where we were just talking about women and cocaine. It's just like cocaine should only be for women. Like niggas taking cocaine is just too much. Niggas that are already egotistical or like highly emotional should not be taking a drug like cocaine. It's just meant to be a party drug for these girls to take to keep them awake, keep them sexy, keep them energized. Like there's no reason niggas should be taking cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and it made perfect sense.
My emotional friend who's listening to this and who's strapping on boots, is what we call it.
There's no shot at anybody. It's just the observation we made.
No. But it's funny because I'm trying to think if he is more. I would say he's definitely more emotional when he's drunk. He's gonna kill me when he hears this. More emotional when he's drunk. I don't know if like coked up, if he's that bad. I hate when he's drunk though. Sorry, but like you gotta know.
As far as I know, I'm not around too many coked up people.
Yeah.
As far as I know, but I've been in party situations with people that have been, especially with dudes, and I see like how different it makes niggas. Yeah, it definitely does, and I think it's all about how long you've been doing it, how you can handle yourself. Yeah. Because I've been around, guys coked up, and it's like meh, it's not that big of a deal. And then there's just some that they get I'll tell you off air, but like homegirl's boyfriend who try to lie about like, oh, this is my first time. That was the first time I did cocaine. Yeah. I started putting it, once, like when my brother used to come to the job and be like, yo, I was like, no, I know. I don't think she knows. Or maybe she's just in denial, but no, I see it. It was just so extra. It was like you're already extra. And now you're just like turned up to the max. Like, it's like that. That's
chill.
Not even,
we're at an old man bar. Chill. So I know what you mean.
You're never gonna take no coke that's gonna calm you down.
God,
yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's not. That's not his purpose.
See it and you go,
yeah.
oh yeah, man. You're never gonna see that.
That's why a lot of restaurant people do it, because it's like, oh yeah, let's do this. Let's get through this fucking rush.
Me, I do the opposite. I'd smoke and just be chill. Hey, so what can I get you?
Oh no, there's somebody that what was it? This past Monday was slow as shit, and we're just fucking bored, and we're sitting there, and Carter's like, yo, I just smelled, the manager's right there. She's like, I just smelled like hella weed. And she's like, is that you? Like, no. She's like, I'm not saying it's you. And then he just looks at me and laughs. And then in comes the bartender, who's always getting who always hits his one hitter outside. And he's walking past. I'm like, you do know it's him, right? She's like, no, I know, but it's like really strong. I'm like, there's probably more than one person hitting that one hitter. Yeah. So yeah, it happens. It happens at work. No, but was it one time he didn't have his one hitter, but he had like a bunch of rolled joints, or he like at certain, like he went through a phase that's all he was bringing. Yeah. And then he goes outside. He's like, I'm outside smoking. Fuck. I'm like, what happened? He's like, I ran out of J's already. What am I going to do?
Ran out of J's already.
I'm like, because he also sings, and he's singing it. I was like, I don't know he kind of sang it, but like in a singy way or whatever.
Oh, I love that.
And that shit had me crying. I was like, I don't know what's going on right now. He's like, I was like, what happened to your one hitter? I don't have it. I lost it.
Did he sing that
So
too?
I just rolled a bunch of, no, he's just yelling. He just rolled a bunch of J's, whatever. I'm like, I mean, we have like 5 hours left, so I don't know how to help. I'm like, do you need me to call somebody? He's like, no, it's fine. I have one left, but what am I going to do for the rest of the night? I'm like,
ration that shit.
Yeah. He ended up rationing it, and then at one point he's like, fuck it, and just finished it. It wasn't like blunts or anything. It was like actual joints. So it burned kind of quick. So he's like, fuck, I don't know what to do. And he talking about how he hates the taste. I was like, listen, beggars can't be fucking choosers. Because I said cut it. He was like, just cut it? Like, just that's it? I'm like, yeah.
It's that simple.
No, but anyway, where do we go from here?
No,
did you have any of the Super Bowl stuff?
No, it was a great game. Brady's the fucking GOAT, undisputed. Mm-hmm. For someone who acts so serious and so like professional, he knows how to have a good time. Like his Instagram stories afterwards were fucking classic, funny as hell. He was playing Many Men while he was holding up the trophy.
You serious?
Yeah, it was fucking phenomenal, yo. This nigga's troll game is amazing. So yeah, someone like went through all of his story on IG, like all his stories posted, and they put into a minute-long thing. Yeah. He shouted out all his people, and it was all hip-hop because he's very aware. He's very culturally aware. Mm-hmm. He'll play the hot new song, but just the fact of seeing a picture of him holding the trophy and Many Men playing in his story was fucking hilarious. And this nigga is the fucking GOAT. And then the trophy presentation, I think it was today or yesterday, where they were on boats.
Oh, that was yesterday. Did you see
parade.
when they walked him? They walked him.
That's
off?
what I was gonna get to.
Okay,
yeah.
Go,
so this nigga is so professional. He's a fucking like just legendary on the field. But when it's time to celebrate, cut loose. This nigga cuts loose.
Yeah.
He was having too many avocado tequilas, but he did his fucking thing. He said it too, and even his tweet. Mm-hmm. He said just a little, but the TTLE was in all caps. It was just a little avocado tequila, and this that video of him being walked out and his assistants like holding him while he walks.
He's just like, and he holding the wall too. It was just like that drunk girl you're trying to like get out of the bathroom. All right, let's go, let's go.
That was Brady. That was fun.
No,
man.
that shit had me when I seen it. I was crying. Yeah. Like, oh, okay, you celebrate your ass off.
The nigga's 43, man.
Yeah,
40
it's the same.
Fucking 3 years old. So it's like, even if he doesn't get another championship, like he's still the GOAT. Like I don't think anyone's gonna reach that milestone for a long time. And shit, he could have had 9 had it not been for a fucking helmet catch. Yeah. And whatever the other throw that Manning made to Manningham at the other Super Bowl.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean.
That picture perfect throw.
That was a really good one.
But had it not been for those two things.
Yeah.
This motherfucker would have had 9 Super Bowls already. The Eagles one I can understand. They just had a bad game that day. Mm-hmm. But the 2 Giants ones, shit.
That was amazing.
And it's crazy. Like if
that was amazing
for the football fans, if Drew Bledsoe had never gotten injured during that game, Tom Brady would have still been a backup and probably would have gone to another team, and who knows what would have happened there. But he would have just this was a nigga that was pick number 199 out of the draft, like 6th, 7th round. Yeah. No one expected this nigga to be anything. Came from Michigan, no big deal. And everybody has seen that picture now of him just standing in his boxers like on draft day. just like like
Yeah.
they just, and like it's a sad picture of a man, like, and then you see his face, like they did like those face morphs of every season.
Yeah.
Like the nigga just started eating better, and just you could see the butt in his chin just looking more like pronounced and everything. And it's like, man, this nigga really took shit serious, stayed in the fucking film room, like was the first person in the gym, last person out, like took his job serious, and that's how he became so good, and that's why niggas respect it. And to have Leonard Fournette, to have Rob Gronkowski, and to have Antonio Brown, 3 troublemakers, 3 like wild cases that would give a problem to any coach, for them to like put their egos aside, come to Tampa Bay to play with Brady, knowing that was their best chance of getting a Super Bowl. They like were about their business. They suited up. They didn't complain. They didn't get into any drama.
Yeah.
Like, I think that shows like what type of leadership this guy has. Like what you were saying before. Like that's a fucking leader. If you're willing to put your bullshit aside, if you're like a wild,
it's a golden child. NFL
yeah.
Golden
If you're a wild child or whatever like that, and you go to a place and there's a nigga like that leading you, that'll put you in check. And
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because you know that this guy is about it. He's gonna give you his all, so you better give your all.
Matt, do you see him coaching after this?
That was something brought up. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll coach. I think he'll do like what Elway does, be like the general manager, president of the team.
I do see that for him, but I feel like if he were to coach, that
I don't
team.
know if he has the patience to coach.
No.
Arby's, she has the flaps.
Yeah, I don't know if I could, survive. I don't know what I would do if I had roast beef, bro. Like I don't know how I could survive as a woman with roast beef.
I thought we were gonna finish with the Tom Brady topic, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
Tom
sorry.
Brady and the flaps.
The flaps. We got the flaps.
I think what I was saying before about
I
Brady.
do not have the flaps though. I'm just saying. Sorry. Nope. I'm good.
That's a whole nother story for another time.
Yeah,
Just
God.
the flaps. No, but there's no way to segue back into this. But Brady, great leader. It's great to be able to see greatness at this time in my life. Like I get to see it with LeBron. I kind of got to see it with Gretzky. Get to see it with Brady. I'm definitely seeing it in soccer with Ronaldo and Messi. Like it's a good time to be a sports fan. And like
I just
the
know
past 10
Ronaldo
years.
from Simpsons. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. He's the most followed man on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got the most. Yeah. And just that nigga is almost 40 and just has like pause on this, but he's got like a fucking amazing athlete body. Like I don't know what he does. That nigga probably doesn't eat shit.
Probably not.
Probably just eats salad and ass. That's all. That's how if I'm guessing.
Salad and ass.
Salad and ass.
All right.
It's a part of my balanced diet.
See, he could take the farts.
You can take the part. I never understood that, bro. Every time, like them old ass hero commercials, it's a part of this balanced, nutritious breakfast. You'd always see like a cup of milk and a cup of orange juice together. What nigga drank milk and orange juice at breakfast?
I like coffee and orange juice.
You drank them both? But milk
Not
and
at
orange
the
juice.
same
That's what I'm
time.
saying. You would see the cup like that, a cup of orange juice and a cup of milk right next to it with the cereal and the
No.
eggs and bacon.
My thing is, I drink the coffee, then I eat with the orange juice. I don't like eating with coffee. Like when I go to like a breakfast spot, like diner or whatever,
Only time I've done that is in Colombia.
I always order both.
Only time I've done it in Colombia. Like I wake up and whoever's house I'm at, they give me the Colombian coffee, which nothing beats coffee
Oh,
in
yeah.
Colombia.
No,
Like, there's Colombian
God, no.
coffee here, but actual like coffee
Oh,
that niggas
yeah,
are making
Colombian
in Colombia.
coffee, yeah.
Oh, and the orange juice, nigga,
Like fresh orange juice, yeah.
freshly squeezed. And them
Oh,
oranges
yeah,
in Colombia's got a different taste.
The Colombian spot that just it's Colombian and Argentinian.
It's probably the closest you'll get.
They actually have like their orange juice is like freshly squeezed.
Oh my god, Such
They
a
have the
difference.
whole machine. I was looking. I was like, "What the fuck am I looking at?"
Such a difference.
It was a whole bunch of the orange. The orange is just like the rinds
Yeah.
after they've been squeezed already.
How great is that? Like you can't compare to that shit. I don't care what.
I really
Tropicana
got
is.
to experience it when I worked at Whole Foods. Oh man, I used to buy like the 16-ounce bottle and just get it for like during my break and
Yeah.
just have it at the register.
Nah, it's heaven in the
They're
cup.
like, "Are you just drinking?" Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
the
just
fuck
drinking.
you think
What the
this
fuck is wrong with you?
is? Yeah,
Do you know how good
this
this is? Tropicana who?
Yeah, like I mean, I have a juicer and I tried it, but it's just too much work.
Yeah, it
So
is.
I was buying that shit. Oh
Tampico?
God,
Tampico what?
Oh, Tampico's fucking gross. I always had to water it down.
Oh my god, it was the most sugariest shit. And then they made that other
Feeling
one that was like
dehydrated just thinking about
They
it.
made that one that was like neon pink colored.
Yeah, the robots. We used to always not the robots house. Was it what's the pink shit?
Pepto Bismol.
Yeah, Pepto. We'd be like,
That was the color Pepto.
Yeah, but the Pepto was better. Like was better than their orange juice.
Remember when Pepto had that that jingle?
The diarrhea one.
Acid indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Yeah.
The niggas really.
I mean, they really, because they put emphasis on it, but then I feel like they were just trying to make light of the diarrhea thing, but it just made it so much worse.
There's no way to market diarrhea.
No, I think they did a really good job though.
What, Pepto Bismol? Because it was the pink shit. Like I think the only other competitor was kaopectate. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was the competitor to fucking that shit. Or Imodium AD. No, it was for headaches.
That was the other one.
Kaopectate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one. And that shit was just like, it looked like fucking silver motor oil.
Ugh.
That's what that shit was to me.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing it like it'd be in the arm of the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd just be shitting my brains out. And I was like, tómese el kaopectate.
Yeah.
They never could say it. El peto, tómese el peto o tengo el kaopectate ahí en la nevera.
Oh my God. When I was fucking dying, I was like, I don't know. It was my hangovers were getting bad. The reason why I had to like slow down on whiskey. I had on my brother. I'm like, I don't know what this is, because he has this liver thing, so he can't really. Yeah, like he went full pescatarian, and
right.
I'm like, I don't want to cut out whiskey. Can I just do red meat? He was like, oh no, I don't have those same problems. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, you should probably cut the whiskey though. He's like, if you're feeling that when you drink whiskey, yeah, you should probably cut it.
How much whiskey were you drinking? Like, that's what I want to know, because I know you're a drinker. I get it, but like I never asked you how much you're actually drinking.
I didn't count.
Yeah, that's right. You don't count.
No, I don't count. As soon as I hit my
straight.
No, I went through a phase when I was drinking it straight. Like I can. That's why like what LB's thing, I can drink it straight.
Straight and neat are the same thing, right?
Kind of. Yeah.
What is it when you?
Well,
it's neat. What does that mean?
Neat is just how I poured the Jameson for you. That's it.
Isn't that straight?
Kind of the same. Yeah. It's just different.
Is there a difference?
Not really. But straight doesn't really set like it doesn't say the amount. So if it's like a neat is a double.
Oh, okay. Needs. All right.
Yeah,
double. Okay,
there you go. Sorry.
Got you. So
neat is a double.
Needs a double shot. All right.
Which I got into this argument with somebody over that, and I'm just like, a shot and they're different. And she tried to argue with me. I'm like, aren't you like a bartender? Like I just started.
When the first time I heard neat, I didn't know how the fuck to respond to that shit.
Yeah, neat is how I poured it for you.
Yeah.
And then up is the same way but chilled. So it's like if I put it in the shaker and I shook it with ice, and then I like poured it in the glass, so it's chilled, but there's no ice in it. And then
ice is on
rocks.
The rocks.
Yeah.
On the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but they're all the same. They're all the same amounts. Double shot.
I'm pretty sure I said some dumb dad joke the first time I heard neat.
What'd you say?
I was like, no, just leave it on the table. I'll clean it up, like some stupid shit like that.
So stupid.
Never tell you what the corny ass line my dad would use on waitresses. What? Whenever I go up, like the times I remember going to restaurants with him. What? He would say, it sounds funny in Spanish, but he would tell the women, like he would get soup, and he'd be like, "Mami," I'm not gonna say it in English, but I'll say it in English. He said, "Can you put the soup in the bag for me so I can take it out to go?" And then he'd make the fucking signal like he's chewing on the bag, just to make the chicks laugh. They would always laugh, but I don't know if they were disgusted or like they were intrigued.
It was just one of those. I've been told that.
Yeah.
I've gotten that before.
Like,
yeah, because it's
what?
Because it's like you're breastfeeding.
Yeah. And me, I'm 12. I think I'm young, and I'm just laughing my ass off because he's like talking to women and shit. I'm like, this is cool as hell.
The flirting thing.
It's the flirting thing, and now I grow up. I'm like, it's kind of toxic behavior.
Yeah, no, it's kind of gross.
It's kind of gross.
Because you're alluding to like sucking on her tit. So
yeah.
It's you have to kind of laugh at that. What was it? Somebody I know was getting like super sensitive. Not even super sensitive. I understand where she's coming from. She's like, gross me out because somebody has to take this table, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, what are they doing? I'm like, they're acting like drunk men. Okay. Like, do you know where you work? just like, okay, this is awkward. Like I was like, I mean, I'll, because it was one of those things. Like, I get it. You're like 19. I'll take care. And then what was it? And he wasn't even that bad. He was just older. The one. Did I ever tell you the old black man that came in? Well, he's not old. He was like fucking like in late 40s, 50s. And well, I thought he was actually like 55. I thought he was like early 50s, if anything.
So middle age.
Black don't crack. But he said he was joking around. I was like, no, you didn't. He asked her to be her. He was like, oh, do you need a sugar daddy?
Sugar daddy.
Yeah. So when we were talking one time, and then he had left, she was like, how do you do that? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, no, some of these guys, like, I'm like, you just talk to them.
See, she's not.
She was she just got easily intimidated, and I had to talk to him because what was it? They would like hide from him, and I'm like, don't even worry. I was like, they're young, they're 18, 19, like there's nothing you could do. I was like, and I told him, I was like, oh, you want to know your nickname? He's like, what? I was like, I gave you the nickname Sugar Daddy, and he's laughing. He's like, what? Because I asked that girl. I was like, yeah, and you have the Sugar Daddy, you know,
aesthetic.
Yeah. Oh, I miss him. Oh, he was cool as shit.
I think girls like that, they just need to like get more accustomed to the job and realize like just to talk back to these niggas. Like you can talk shit back to them. And
yeah.
They'll end up liking you more for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cause we were at the bar that I go to after work. I was talking to the bartenders, and one of the guys there, I like straight from Ireland. Like he lives in New York and he works one job there and then works over here, and me and the one girl talking about like the difference between corporate and dive bar. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, I want to go back to a private owned bar, like a dive bar. It's like, I have to go. I can't do this corporate shit anymore. And then we're talking about the differences because she left corporate to do, you know, dive bar shit, like private owned. And he's like, oh man, that's not corporate, blah, 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 blah. And we both look like, he walks around drunk some of the time. He curses people out. Like if he's in a good mood, but when he's in a bad mood, it's like, oh, okay, okay. Sorry. Here you go, Shane. I'm good. And he's like, no, you're good. You're good. These motherfuckers are pissing. I can't do an Irish accent, so I'm not going to even try. So I'm not going to try. But he's cool as shit. And we're just like, yo, you get fired within like 2 seconds. There's no way in hell. He was like, wait, you can't drink on the job? I'm like, no, corporate, you cannot just drink on the job. No, he's like, oh, no, I'm good here. I'm good. You're talking about working at Miller's. I'm like, no, you wouldn't last.
I just think of fucking Conor McGregor every time I think of an Irish accent. That one time he was making fun of Mayweather during the press conference, like, why has he got that book back for? He can't even fucking read.
That's why I love Irishmen. They're just amazing.
Nigga, why you got that backpack on? You can't even fucking read.
No, but so anyway, so we were talking about it, and I'm like, no, like at corporate, I'm like, you know how you curse people out and you can like get into fights and all that shit? You can't do that at corporate. And he's like, what? No? He's so stupid. Yeah. So what?
No, because me and my son, we've laughed at that because I remember showing him that because I think I just saw he just had come back from school and I saw his backpack there. I'm like, yo, I just saw something today. I'm like, let me show you about backpacks, and we just ran that back 20 times because he thought it was the funniest shit in the world too. Hearing the guy say "fook," you can't fucking read.
You ever heard them say "cunt"? That's why "cunt" is my favorite word.
Cunt.
I love it. I fucking love it.
I think it's like kind of the same way them niggas would say it on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Ah, you cunt.
In a sense, yeah.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah. No, so we were talking right about this shit, and it's pretty much like the way in corporate bars, especially this girl who's never worked in a dive, who's like, so I was like, just talk shit to him back. Yeah. I'm like, no, stand your fucking ground. Like, when I started working that job in East Rutherford, I was like, oh, I can curse at them? Fuck yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's all I do. And then I would get fucking paid more than what I was in the beginning.
That shit, man. They want to talk to somebody.
Yeah, like a real fucking person. Yeah. I'm like, you stand your ground, tell them, ha ha, but cut the shit, and that's it.
These are grown men. These are probably like the only 20-something women. The only women in their 20-somethings they get to like talk to and interact with on a regular basis. Oh no, the guy, the situation that she was in, going back to the beginning, it was some young kid. Like he was in his 20s, maybe early 30s, but he was like a little dipshit. He was a douchebag. He's a douchebag. For the older dudes like the sugar daddy, I can see that making sense, and that's when, like you'd say, the advice you gave is like just talk shit back to them, and you'll see how it works in your favor.
Oh yeah, no, we would talk that. He was like, I like you. Yeah. Like, I could tell the other girls are scared of me, but I like you.
That's exactly.
And then we would have like these intellectual conversations, and then he was like, yo, what? And one time I didn't see him for like 2 weeks, And this is when I started working at Miller's again. So I cut down my days. He walks up when I was in the outside bar. He's like, no, actually, he's still on the street.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no, I heard you laugh. I know you laugh. Sade? And I look over. I was like, the fuck? I was like, Sugar Daddy. I was like, where have you been? He was like, where the fuck have you been? He was like, these girls, man. He was like, are they up there right now? I'm like, I was like, yeah. So he comes over. He was like, man, these fucking girls are too scared of me. They don't even know how to make my drink right. Because he literally likes the quadruple and just a splash of juice.
Yeah.
So so I always double pour
like
this
shit
shit.
a certain way.
Yeah, so he was cool as shit. He started talking to this one girl that used to be a train wreck with her ex at that bar. So we would talk about it. He was like, oh yeah, I know him. Let me know if he's back here. I was like, okay. Like, what are you
trying to get protective daddy on him? Okay. I
yeah,
see.
no, but that the ex was a fucking ugh. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Because he was like, yeah, look, this is me and her. I took her to the club last night. Or like, it was not the club. It was like a bar, but they were just like, yo, fuck COVID. And had, like, they're all dancing and shit. So he's showing me videos. And he was cool as fuck. He was cool. But like, once you just talk, he was like, I could tell you, like, you're not really. I was like, no. And he was from Hackensack too.
Yeah, easy going and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how you just have to be. But while I'm at work, while we're talking about work, so Murphy changed the hours.
Yeah.
And our first late night, we were open instead of 10 until 12. And the first late night, I had to break up a fight.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you kind of wrote about that, but I didn't ask.
Oh, yeah, no. I had tweeted about it. I went outside for a cigarette after. And it wasn't like I broke up the fight, but like the fight's happening. It's my table and some people walking past, and I was so confused at the whole thing, but I'm leaning against the bar, and then Remy comes next to me, and we're just leaning against it, just watching it unfold. Yeah, and it was just funny because they were just yelling. It was just like my table had like some Spanish and black guys there, and there was this other group of fucking white people walking past. Like they had to be like 21 or some shit, and one girl just starts yelling and cursing out one of the guys. And my table, they were douchebags. They were fucking idiots. I had to laugh at corny jokes. They kept calling over. I already mentioned Carter. Yeah. They kept calling Carter over. I mean, she's a model. Like, she's beautiful. So anytime she walks past, yo, come here. So she knows how to handle herself. So I wasn't worried about that. I'm like, just ignore it. She's like, no, I know. They're weird. They asked for my Snapchat. I gave it to them. I never use Snapchat, so cool. I'm like, bitch, if you don't give them your OnlyFans. But anyway, so I was like, if you don't slip that out there, fuck out of here. Make your money, girl.
Make your money, man.
So
send them feet in.
She was like, should I? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. They're not your table. I was like, yo, if you don't hide your fucking name tag, just be like, here, you want to, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, it was actually her table, which is funny. It was her table that was yelling at my table. This one girl's like, you're calling all the fucking girls over and you fucking bitch, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's like super loud and yeah.
She's trying to defend the women?
I guess. But it was really weird. I think they were all probably coming from the bathroom, and they probably like made a comment to one girl, and then there's always one that has to stand up for everybody.
Yeah, she's the mom of the group.
Yeah. Yeah. And she was definitely the mom of it. She was cursing like loud as fuck.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
The guy was just like like, chill, like, it's okay. No, it's not okay. She was drunk too. So they're yelling, standing there, and all of a sudden, I guess a boyfriend, because it was a group of girls and guys from that table, the guy comes over, the boyfriend or what, I don't know what it was, comes over, and now the guy that was getting yelled at by the girl is now standing up talking to the guy. So now I have one bartender walking over, and I'm just like, oh, fuck. So I walk over, shit's getting crazier, and then off to at the end of it, Remy's as I'm walking to my table, I hear Remy in the back. It's really, Sade, really? No, he doesn't say Sade, he says Shug. Calls me Shug. He's like, really, Shug? Really? And then he told me after, he was like, yeah, I was making a count, like, okay, like, Danny's good, like, his girls, Maria's good. Where's Sade? And I'm like, yeah, I was going over there. I got back into fucking railroad. So I go over there. I'm like, yo, like, I'm talking to them, calming them down. The one guy just all of a sudden, there's a picture. There was 2 pictures on the table. He picks one up and he's trying to scare the white boy by slamming it. So the bartender's trying to calm him down, and then the guy looks at me, and I'm just like, have I treated you with respect? Like, and then he's just like, what? And I pick up the picture that's closer to me, and I start banging it, and I scared the bartender. Well, not scared him, but afterward, he was like, yo, I just heard somebody slamming the picture. He was like, yo, I was about to fight you. I thought you were just like, I thought you were the white boy next to me that went around the table. I mean, behind me. I was like, no. I seen it was you. He's like, oh, God. He's like, it's just Sade. And I was like, no. I was like, you want to fucking do this? Is that what we're doing? Is that what, like, I yelled at him. I was like, but he's a fucking pussy. He walked away. And then that got him to laugh and calm down. And that was it.
That's it? You diffused it.
I know. I diffused it. It was just funny because everybody's just like, okay. But nobody, but then I guess because I talked to him a certain way that I was able to be like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you handled that like a high school principal. I'm impressed.
Sorry about the video. I got into the story and I forgot. So, yeah, it was, pretty much.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Belding. You think?
Hey, everybody, hey.
What was Coach Carter?
What, Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, it was in that, it was a little bit of that where I was just like, I was cursing him out. I was like, no, you're going to shut the fuck up and blah, 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 blah. I see my manager walk past, and then after I didn't know my manager was there. So then I was like, hey, is everything all right? and he just looks at me. He was like, I still have to talk to your table. Because he talked to the white people. He was like, listen, because the girl started yelling at my manager. It was a whole mess. She was like, can we just go outside? I was like, so my manager took them outside to talk about their side of this fucking story. So fucking stupid. Like, nobody, like, hit each other, nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't that serious.
No, but it was just, it got close to it. I got, whatever. They're both pussies. But it was just funny because I was just trying to, like, feel the temp out. I was like, hey, oh, okay. Yeah, you go talk to them. I was waiting for him to be like, listen, you can't curse at these people. And it's not like I put my hands on him. I just told him to shut the fuck up. That's it. I'm like, yo, and then like and it's funny because everybody at his table, like, they're just in shock and laughing about it. The other douchebags at the table. And they started laughing when I told him to shut the fuck up, and I called the other guy a pussy. Right. I'm like, what are you going to do? And he's like, and tries to give me the pound and shit. I was like, yeah. Now calm the fuck down, and then you guys can go home. You guys paid? All right, cool. They didn't even.
Fucking hooligans.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Our first late night.
And that's what Murphy
does.
does.
Open till midnight.
Oh, yeah.
And let me not, because I'm actually making more money now. So.
I'm just, you're right. I'm looking at the timer right now, and we're almost at the 2-hour mark. We have only talked about our weeks.
And a bunch of bullshit. We can rapid fire though.
No, let's rapid fire. Let's move on, and because we're getting close to that time, and
that's why I was late. I was trying to do it a while ago. And I was like, oh, okay, we're not going to topics.
Well, we can fucking go through them.
All right.
It's been a slew
of Jay-Z news.
Jigga, Hove.
Okay.
Jay-Z.
Ain't no Jigga. Okay. So, Jay-Z and Michael B. Jordan joining forces for Muhammad Ali Amazon series. This is the first time I heard about a series about him.
That'd be dope. Did they say what time period it would be in?
So, it's titled The Greatest. And that's about it.
Makes sense. I thought the Michael B. Jordan Super Bowl commercial was kind of funny. Did you see it?
Yep.
He was, this girl was talking about Alexa, and she's like in a product meeting with like 4 other people, and she's talking about how great the Alexa look is, just like a little black ball. And she was like, it's like, yeah, this can't get any better. And she turns around, looks to the window. She's like, the only thing better would be a nice or whatever. And then you just see from outside, she's looking down, and there's a bus pulling up.
Yeah, you're good.
With Michael B. Jordan's face on it. And she starts daydreaming of Alexa being Michael B. Jordan. So she's saying like, Alexa, make a list of this, and you just see Michael B. Jordan's eyes light up blue, and he's just talking like if he's Alexa. And then she's like,
that's fucking weird.
Then there's a scene where she's in her bathtub, like the candle's lit, and she's like, Alexa, read me the rest of the story. And you just see Michael B. Jordan in the tub with her, with his eyes glowing, and he's reading the story to her. And that's the short version, but the longer version is her husband is like, no, Alexa, turn it off. Like, off. Like nigga, shut the fuck up. Like, you see him getting mad jealous. Like he's taking off his shirt to do commands and shit, and the husband's like on the other side of the room, like, no, shut that off. That was good.
So I guess the whole Amazon commercial, and he's actually working with like the CEO and shit like that. So he's actually developing this series.
Is he going to be Ali? Is Michael B. Jordan going to be Muhammad?
Well, he's developing it.
Oh, so he probably won't be him.
So I don't think so, but he actually could be.
I mean,
there's how many directors have actually been in their movies? It's happened.
He's already done the fucking.
Well, I don't know
Creed.
if he's actually directing it.
He's done the Creed movies. I'm just,
True. So, what is it? It's a healthy weight to carry to be able to tell the story of Muhammad Ali. It's called The Greatest Right Now, and we've partnered up with Rock Nation on the music side of things.
Okay, so I can see a nice little Rock Nation soundtrack coming out for the series.
Yeah, and they also partnered. Well, he also partnered up with the estate, so they'll be able to tell the story with no red tape. Quote.
Right. Okay. So that's what's up. So you'll get an authentic tale, especially from his family, the ones that knew him closest. They'll add their input and make it as real life as possible. I like that. I fuck with that.
Yeah.
And that's not the only Jay-Z news we have. What else do we have?
All right. So, oh Jesus Christ, Rock Hall of Fame.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2021, man.
We have Jay-Z, Foo Fighters, Iron Maiden, and Tina Turner.
There's so many more though.
There are more. That was just like the main.
I got Mary J. Blige. Come on, son.
Rage Against the. Wait, hold on.
Rage
No,
Against
you
the
go.
Machine.
You have like the full order.
I got the list. Yeah, let me.
Oh
read
no,
it.
I just found Mary. What? See, this is weird. They don't even have a link to Mary J. Blige.
It's weird.
Bitch.
I got it. So here's the full list. I got Mary J. Blige, Kate Bush, Devo or Devo, not sure. Foo Fighters, The Go-Go's, Iron Maiden, Jay-Z, Shaka Khan, the legend, Carole King, Fela Kuti, another legend, LL Cool J, another legend, New York Dolls, never heard of him, Rage Against the Machine, Todd Rundgren, Tina Turner, and Dionne Warwick.
So Dionne Warwick, that's insane. Rage Against the Machine, holy fucking shit. And Foo Fighters, About Time.
Man. Like, that's crazy.
And not even About Time. You know what, Foo Fighters always surprises me how long they've been doing this.
Yeah, they've been around for a minute, man.
Dave
Grohl used to be the drummer in Nirvana. Like when I first saw my Foo Fighters, I was like, yo, he looks mad familiar.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit. Like
Yeah, go ahead.
No, so I just remember my first time seeing Foo Fighters, like a video. It was that one when they were in a plane and they dressed up like as different as the pilots and shit.
Yeah.
Learn how to fly or something. Learn how to fly high.
I think so. I don't remember the exact name. But I know what video you're talking about.
Yeah. That was my first like memory of the Foo Fighters, and ever since then, like I just known like as far as rock groups, they're like one of the coolest.
Oh my god, I love the Foo Fighters. Yeah. It does fucking always surprise me, and every time I hear, I'm like, oh shit, that's right about their Nirvana shit.
Yeah.
Just like it's just insane because it feels like two different lifetimes.
Yeah, man, and Nirvana was like they should be in the Hall of Fame on their own just off the work they did for the short time that they were around.
Yeah,
so it's
sad.
Like Dave Grohl's been in like 2 Hall of Fame bands, you could say.
Technically, yeah.
I
feel like if Nirvana was able to if they were able to get at least maybe one more thing out of Kurt, then for sure. Shit. One more album, one more something out of Kurt Cobain, then yes.
I mean, I was young, but just looking back at it, like it looked like he had just reached his peak. Like he was just done with the limelight and the whole selling out and shit. Like he was too much. It's like, no, this is not the life I wanted. And it was at a time where I couldn't see him doing anything else. If this was today and he was feeling that way, I could see him getting into something else.
No, but you ever seen that deal that they had? I don't know if that was real.
The record deal?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know about that. What was it?
Bullshit. It was, it was measly just a few hundred, not even, like less than $1,000 for like upfront.
Maybe that could have led to something.
And I think, I think it was just his personal life and a lot of shit just got to him. Oh,
do you think if his money was together that would have been better for him?
No.
If the situation was better?
No.
Still
because look at Chester of Linkin Park. Like I don't think
right.
fame and money really has. I think maybe if anything it probably.
Oh no, it's definitely one thing I've learned about this whole entertainment industry, that no matter how much money and fame that you acquire, it's never going to be enough to like settle anything for yourself.
Yeah, if you have your own inner demons, I think if he was able to fix, that wasn't even a time to fix inner demons. There was nothing. I feel like that was still taboo at that time. And here is, he made music off of inner demons.
Yeah.
Not totally, but like Lithium. Oh, God. Lithium. That's a good song. But I just feel like, I don't know. He just had a lot of shit going on in his life, his personal life, and just in his head that I think, not that it was meant to be, but it was just one of those things. Like, it was just going to happen.
Like, he was considered, like, I remember at that time, shit, because I had to be, like, what, 10?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was, like, the savior of, like, the new generation, like, Gen X. Like, he was the poster child.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was that nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
amazing voice.
Yeah, amazing voice. Like, his style, like, the whole grunge style. Like, that was 90s, in a sense. Like, that 90s Seattle vibe.
He definitely, he was the anchor for it, I felt like.
Yeah, no, he was. He was that whole generation right there. Like, that represented a whole bunch of kids and their mindset and how they felt about the world at the time and society.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was
I have
really
to get
important.
a picture of him. I keep
Yeah, no, he's a fucking legend, without a doubt. And just what he stood for, too.
Yeah.
Like, he was talented, man, and taken from us way too early, but still made enough music to, like, leave an impact on everybody.
Yeah.
Like, that's dope. You can't deny that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Because it's still getting played to this day. I never heard apparently his daughter actually does music. I think I've seen something like that.
That's a tough act to follow.
But it's crazy how much she kind of looks like. I mean, she doesn't look like Courtney Love now, but in the beginning, she kind of, when Courtney Love was younger.
Jesus, man. And then she went
Imagine
crazy.
being her daughter, her kid.
That's a free spirit.
Ugh.
with my bad. Yeah, we went into the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I don't know when the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions are happening.
7 of the 16. Let me say. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, don't know when they're happening, but that is the nomination class for this year, which is fucking
Oh,
dope.
wow. I didn't know this. Tina Turner entered the institution into 91. So they're saying 7 of the 16 acts on the ballot are appearing for the first time.
Wow.
Which they included Tina Turner just because the last time it was Tina Turner and Ike.
I got you. Okay, so just put her
just
in.
a solo, but like, you know, Jay-Z is the first one. This and that, yeah.
Just put her in. All right.
All right. So moving on to more Jay-Z news.
What are the Jay-Z news we got?
So a Jace, you know, a little Jace. So well, let me see real quick. What's this movie again that's dropping? Judas and the Black Messiah. Which is dropping the scene. It probably drops right now on HBO Max and limited theaters. On Friday.
Yes.
The same time, the 12th, which is when this episode drops, or in the past, whenever you listen to this. And the soundtrack drops the same day, which has Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., Her, Nas, Black Thought, Nipsey Hussle, and, you guessed it, Jay-Z.
That's right.
Hit Boy, and the list goes on. BJ Chicago Kid, Rhapsody, which I'm really excited about.
Yes.
Jay Herbo, I'm like, Lil Durk, it's cool. He's kind of growing on me. Dom Kennedy, Polo G, Sir. Yes, I'm very excited about that. A$AP Rocky. Yes, very excited about that. Kiana Lead. Actually, I heard her music.
Don't even know who that is.
R&B. I heard her music a little while ago. She's really good. But yeah, it's a lot. Look at the list.
I did see that. I saw that list.
Yeah,
earlier,
it's a
BJ
Chicago
standard
Kid,
soundtrack, just full of compilation. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it is.
So it's gonna be dropping the same day. I'm really excited about this, and I got the two people from Get Out, the two actors.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't know his name, man. I don't know his name. That guy. Yeah. There you go, Daniel Kaluuya. Kaluuya. And Lakeith Stanfield, which I'm a huge fan of. Yeah. Just off of what he does
Lakeith
on ATL.
Lakeith is which one?
The one on the bottom. He's the one that's on ATL.
Oh,
he's great, man. I really like him. He's said some shit
Well, no,
online.
I never actually. Wait, you're talking about Atlanta, right?
Yeah, I called ATL.
No, you're good. Yeah, I just want to make sure. No, I never seen. Sorry again for the camera, folks. Sorry. So I never seen. What is it called? Never seen Atlanta. No, I haven't seen it yet. I was always kind of waiting until there was more seasons, and it's about that time I have to watch it. But what?
You need to see Atlanta.
No, I know.
And I will go back and watch it again just because, so we can talk about it. But that is a great show.
But now, I don't know. I know he has like 2 more seasons coming out. One is either filming or about to come out, and then the other one he's already signed on to do.
Just don't even wait. watch them because just those 2 seasons alone was great TV.
Oh, it's just 2. I thought it was like 3.
No, it's 2
it's
seasons
just
so far.
2.
But the episodes are so great because he's just coming at it from a different angle. Some are telling a story. Some are just like, you don't need to watch the rest of the series. It's just a standalone episode.
Oh,
but
okay.
they're so great because it's kind of like almost Seinfeld, Curb-esque.
Yeah, I heard. That's why I'm really excited. Okay.
He's really creative. Like, you would like the show a lot.
No, I've heard that, and I know Childish Gambino is, or Donald Glover. There you go. I was like, I got tripped up on his name. I'm really excited about that.
It's a really good show. I would recommend it. And it's just fucking great. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a fucking awesome movie. And the other movie I meant to be watching also, The Little Things. Denzel, Jared Leto, and Rami Malek. Gotta see that too.
No, I have to.
I've heard about it.
Guess had mentioned it because Leto had what was it? Jared Leto. Wait, Leto?
I've heard Leto.
Oh, I also heard Leto, so I feel like it's Leto, right?
I feel like it's Leto.
The guy from 30 Seconds to Mars, whatever. Okay, so there's some problems with the camera.
With the camera, so we switched up. We have a different camera now. We're using my trusty, dusty phone.
Yep.
iPhone gang.
Okay, so for next week, I will watch Malcolm and Marie, which I apologize deeply again.
No need to apologize.
Because I was supposed to watch it for this episode.
No need to apologize.
Which we bullshitted enough, so good thing I didn't watch it. So that and Atlanta.
It's 20-minute episodes because they come with, it's a half-hour show on TV, so commercials. So you're looking at 20-25-minute episodes, so you should be able to binge them pretty quick.
Yeah, it's 2 seasons. I could do that, nothing.
It's on FX.
Because I'm watching Girlfriends right now.
Yeah.
But I'm at the last season, so I'm good. And plus, I've already seen this before.
Yeah.
So I can knock through this, get to Atlanta, probably tonight. And then at Malcolm and Marie. And then, I'll save it for next episode.
Watching those old episodes of Girlfriends, like, I'm reminded how hot all those girls were.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, they were
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
Tracy Ellis Ross she still looks fucking hot, but
yeah.
man.
The only that sucks is Lynn. Bad. So bad.
Actress?
Yes.
Wait, which one's Lynn?
Persia White. Lynn is the, it's funny because her and Tracy are both half white, half black. But she was the only one in Girlfriends that was really just half white, half black. Like, they played on it because she just...
Oh, because she looks like...
Yeah.
Yeah, got you.
Like, she has some features, but she just has, like, mostly like,
very,
white
very
features.
light skin, yeah.
So, what was it called? She didn't age that well.
She didn't?
No.
I'm surprised.
No, she didn't age well. Like, she looks great, but so I've been wanting to watch Blackish, and that's why I started watching Girlfriends. I was like, I was about to start watching. I was like, you know what, Tracy, I fucking miss Girlfriends, so I'm gonna watch that again. And I seen when I was looking at like how they look now, then I saw something about them being on Blackish like last year. So I found the episode, I'm watching it, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, didn't age very well. Well, she also didn't get many acting parts after that either. So
no, she was in like one show, Vampire Diaries.
Yeah,
with that
I never saw. I didn't even. Other than Tracy Ellis Ross, I didn't really see anybody else that much after Girlfriends.
No, I think Maya. I don't really something Golden. I forgot. Is on a show now recently, I think, and then the Tony, the one that was like all bougie and shit. I don't think she's done much.
Which one's the one that had like the crazy lips? I loved her lips.
Oh yeah, that's Tony.
Yeah. Oh, man, great.
Yeah, she. But yeah, they all look great. Lynn. Yeah, but something I had tweeted because Lynn was trying to like find her way. Then she gets into music, and then she struggles to get into the industry.
Right.
Like she has small victories, but what I'm watching right now is when she's struggling to get into the label and shit. And then it's just damn how real. Don't do it.
How much it reminded you of the industry today?
Look at.
Yo, this nigga, this fucking cat.
The balls. It has no balls.
It has no balls, but still got balls on him.
Yeah, but it's just so real. It's just like, damn. She's like, anytime she finds a victory in music, it's like just done.
Shut down.
Yeah, she gets this offer from the label. She's like, no, such and such got triple that, and her agent's like, well, yeah, they're pop, like they're real pop, like because I won't sell myself out. No, I deserve what they got for some reason. And then she argued and then didn't get on the label because of that. What bruh.
Trying to be difficult. Hey, my man.
Anyway.
I feel like I'm talking to my kids.
See, now he moved the napkin towards the candle. And I'm
This nigga is choosing violence.
He's choosing violence. That's how it is in this house.
You little fucking arsonist.
That's how it is. Yep.
Yeah, and then just get up and go to the fucking window like it's nobody's business. You know what? Fuck you.
He's like, everything's gonna burn down, but I got the window. It's open. Anyway, so moving on. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, like we always do. Not we always do, but every couple of weeks we grab a video that makes one of us laugh and we share it to the other co-host, and it's our react. And we don't really have a name for the segment other than react.
This is
so. We're reacting. This is a popular meme. Well, not a meme. It's a popular video that's been floating around the internet involving Zoom.
Yeah, it's funny.
So
I haven't seen it yet. Like I already opened the message, but I've never actually got to watch it.
Okay, so let me give you some context. So this looks to be, because I didn't catch the context myself, but just seeing the video, this looks like a Zoom court meeting. Looks like the plaintiff, the judge, and the lawyer for the plaintiff.
Yeah.
And they're obviously, because of COVID, they're doing this via Zoom.
Yeah.
And it looks like the plaintiff is having a little bit of trouble with the filters on Zoom. And I'll leave it at that. So let's get into this video.
Turn off the fan.
So are we playing off of here or just off of here?
Okay.
Okay, so ready? Let's play it.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take
we're
a
trying to. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that.
I can see that.
I think if you click the up arrow next.
That's it. That's the video.
He just took off his glasses. He's like, I can't.
Turned on.
You see the fucking eyes moving.
The way he's just looking down.
So
I can't.
Bro, the filter, the filters guy was talking about was he used a cat filter. The Zoom has this kitty filter, and it takes your eyes, and wherever your eyes move, it moves, and it mimics your movements with your mouth when you're talking. And this dude, poor guy, sounded like an old man, didn't know how to take the filter off. He had an assistant there with him, but they couldn't figure it out.
What was it, like his kid was using it, or he was using
possibly,
his
or
Zoom
maybe he
some
just
shit
hit
like
filter
that?
by mistake, and this was, and what an embarrassing moment to talk to a judge. Yeah, because he mentioned judge, and then the funniest line was I'm here, I'm not a cat.
I mean, can we go on? I'm still here. I'm
ready to do this. Imagine not being able to change that shit.
How do you I guess because he's just it's the time. Oh, it's I have to do this. I can't just make up some excuse. I'm just, because you see yourself.
Yeah, you see yourself. And he knew he was a fucking cat at the time, but he didn't know how to get around the filter shit.
So he was just fuck it. I'm just going to enter. Just gonna do it. I mean, what a way to commit. Fuck it.
Well, I mean, you know what? The cat filter's not that bad.
No,
I take that over the poop emoji if I had to. Hi, Judge. Listen, I'm a really good guy. Don't believe what they're telling you.
I forgot about the poop emoji. Yeah.
I'm not a piece of shit like these people will tell you.
Oh my god.
And that was our react video.
Yeah. Oh, so
Zoom cat.
So real quick. So Diddy accuses Sean John of stealing his image in $25 million lawsuit.
How is that even possible? Wasn't Sean John made in Diddy's image?
I mean, Sean John. Yeah.
The velour sweatsuits.
Yeah. What I'm confused about is, and I have to actually get through this art. I'm just confused about the fact that I know he sold it a while back. Right. I don't know what year, but let me see. Oh yeah, sold it in 2016. He made it up. It was 98. Shit, that's right. It was 98. And then sold it in 2016 to Global Brands Group. But he claims that he never endorsed the line, nor did he give Sean John, Misguided, and Global permission to use his name. But I guess they're continuing to use his name.
Okay, so once he sold it, he's like, I don't want anything to do with it anymore. Don't involve me.
Yeah.
And they kept doing it.
So he's not challenging Diddy does not challenge them the right to use the Sean John trademark, but rather their decision to leverage a fabricated quote they created and then falsely attribute it to Mr. Combs, and to
Okay.
use his name and other monikers to create a false and misleading impression that it was Diddy's decision, that he's the decision maker behind, like he's still behind the clothes and all that stuff. Right. So I just don't. They don't provide examples, but it's just weird.
It's just a preliminary report. They're not really mentioning shit. But it makes sense. I mean, look, I already sold my shit. Don't involve me in anything. Don't put my name in here, especially on some shit I didn't agree to. I get it.
Oh, and apparently this is the second lawsuit. Last month, he filed his first lawsuit against them over the trademark for the phrase "vote or die," which, yeah, because they alleges that Sean John and GBG have illegally used and trademarked the phrase, and was selling merchandise bearing the slogan during the presidential election, which we all know that was Diddy.
Right, that was Diddy. Shit,
That's crazy.
come on, man, that was all Diddy. When I hear that, I think of Diddy. You can't tell me different.
Yeah, that is wild.
That's crazy, man. All right, well, you know how these go. They probably settle out of court, if anything.
Yeah.
That's just how this thing go. Ain't nobody trying to spend all that money to keep it going in courts.
No,
it's a bitch. That's what else we got.
And that is it.
That's it for that.
Before we close out, like we get into the next segment. So I just found out something. I seen this tweet, and it's literally. I just found out Plan B is $7 at Costco. No membership. So retweet to save a life.
Plan B is $7 at Costco.
Do you understand that I dropped my phone? You know how many times I paid like 50
the 50
bucks?
piece.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, like, actually, I didn't pay. I know the one time I did pay, and then Juan paid the rest. But damn,
this is startling news. I gotta say,
it was actually that many times though.
No, hey, look. Regardless how many times you did
it was until I fully committed to it.
It's a serious situation for anybody. But man.
Yeah.
$7.
So it's $7. So the comments are kind of like some of them are like what our reaction to the fact that it's $7, and then some are upset at the fact that it says so retweet to save a life. A bunch of people are like,
no, they took that as insensitive.
Yeah. You're like, what, to kill a life? And everybody's like, actually Plan B.
And then it's and then it goes into this whole pro-life, pro-choice.
Yeah,
debate.
and it's like to me it's a little too early to be saying that you killing something. But okay, because it's only within it's within a time period before anything really happens.
Yeah.
So I mean
it is leave it in hours.
So retweet to kill the sperm. Like, I mean,
I guess this is us retweeting. Yeah, retweet. Retweet kills the baby.
Jesus.
Or babies.
No, not even, because it's
well, it's multiple babies going inside.
See, when you're saying babies, just say sperm. I mean babies.
They're babies, the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little
She's
tadpoles?
babysitting. Yeah, little tadpoles. She's babysitting.
Retweet to kill some tadpoles. I can't. But that shit just caught me off guard. I'm like, $7 fucking dollars.
I got to check on this. I got to go to Costco. And if it's Costco, then I'm pretty sure CVS will be right around the corner with that too.
No. CVS is so fucking expensive. No way.
You don't think CVS is going to lower the prices too?
No.
If niggas start going to Costco and not going to CVS for that, you think CVS won't lower the prices
from
too?
50 to 7? No. I don't even remember where I've gotten my Plan B. I mean, I know one time it was CVS. For the other ones I don't remember. But I know I spent 50 on there.
They will lower their price to at least close to that.
50, that's a whole $40. That's times however many.
Damn, because they know they're going to sell a lot more.
There's this one girl that I know that was taking it like it was birth control.
Like it was Flintstone vitamins.
Which is insane to me. That's like, it really seriously fucks up your body.
It does that too.
Yeah.
That I've heard the stories. But yo, come on. If it's 7, motherfucker's going to go crazy. Oh, motherfucker's going to stock up on that shit.
$7.
It's going to stock up. It's going to be like the fucking, like I went, shout out to my homie. I ain't gonna say his name out there, but
it's cheaper than my birth control.
He's making money flipping Pokemon cards because the 25th anniversary just came out, and McDonald's, like the Happy Meals, they got like these special edition 25th anniversary cards, right? So I'm going to McDonald's the other night to get something for my kid, and I see right down a note written on the drive-thru window: "No more Pokemon cards." Because I figured that's how they say it. Because motherfuckers are going in there and
what are
buying.
You trying to say?
You know what I'm trying to say. Motherfuckers are going in there buying 6 Happy Meals to try to see if they can get the Pikachu card. Because the Pikachu card is worth $100 right now online.
I can't get over that.
So now you're going to say, no more Pokemon.
No, no more Pikachu. No more, no tenemos. No tengo.
We used to have this. I was asking Remy the other day. We used to have this busser before COVID happened. I don't know what happened to her. Carmen, I think, was her name. Yeah, Carmen. But she was like the no lady from Family. No, she literally did that.
No.
Like what was it? She was so fucking dramatic. One time she bumped into me and acted. She was trying to get workers' comp, trying to act like I'm like,
mi codo.
bitch, if anything, you gracefully bounced off my ass. Like, no, it's not like you hit a wall.
No, I'm hurt. I go home.
That's what, no, she literally.
No, I go home.
I mean, she said it in Spanish, but it's just like, no, anytime anybody, like, who didn't speak Spanish to her, she's like, no,
ya me voy pa casa. Sí.
You ask her for like, you clean my table, where's the check at? Like, if you leave the check behind, she's like, no check. No cheque. No, he no leave check. He no pay the money. I think we caught that bitch stealing a couple times too, but it was just funny to me.
No, my hands no sticky.
Sorry. My hands no sticky.
My hands no sticky. I take nothing. No, these my napkins.
Oh, I can't. But yeah.
This is my Jameson.
All right, so that was it. That's all I had.
That was it. All right. So is it that time?
That's that time.
It's about that time for America's favorite segment, my favorite segment, Sade's favorite segment, Cass's favorite segment, and guess what? It's your mama's favorite segment. It is.
And if you don't know, now you know,
Oh,
nigga.
man, you just want to do some windmills out this bitch. Some coffee grinders out this bitch.
Do you want me to move the table?
Oh, we might have to for the bonus content. For the Patreon.
Oh, shit.
Pay $10. You want to see Pro fucking hurt his back again.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. So this is that segment. If you don't know, where we shout out and we play and we promote local artists and other artists outside of Jersey with the music that we feel you should be getting in tune to so that you can listen to them and they can become your favorite artists as well. Now, keep in mind, as always, we do not own the rights to any of the music being played in this segment. We are simply showing love, giving y'all some exposure because we fuck with y'all and we think that the shit you putting out is fucking great and other people should hear it too. That being said, my track, I'm going to go first. All right, where's your music app? Here it is. All right, so my first pick is going to be from Emily Murray out of Staten Island. I hope it's Staten Island. I know she's in that area and she raps with people from that area. She's an up-and-coming singer. She's got a brand new single out titled All I Need, featuring an alum from our past. If you don't know, it's Frank Nitti. Shout out to Frank Nitti, S.I. in the building. Song is called All I Need, coming off her debut album. I don't have the name of that. I'm not sure if it's self-titled or not, but the single is All I Need. I'm going to get into that right now. Shout out to Emily Murray. What up, girl?
She performed this at Check It, right?
Yes, she did. Yeah. The first time that she performed. I think the song was fresh out.
Yeah.
Or was about to be on it.
Darkness, I lost all my faith. You were the light, show me the way to go. Said you might not see it now. Why you're going through this, always feeling down. He's moving, the shift is coming. I said you might not see it now, but keep holding on. And I was broken and ashamed, I couldn't seem to find my way. Lay you were in all my pain, you knew everything I need. I was trapped inside my head, and it just never seemed to end. And you took all my idols away, and made me realize that all I need is you. All I need is you.
I'm just picking
All I need is you.
That's been into this.
All I need, you're all I need, you're all I need, you're all I need, you're
Trying to
all
show
I
Emily
need.
No, of course. Emily knows what it is. She knows what it is. All right.
Shit.
That was All I Need by Emily Murray featuring Frank Nitti. First single from Emily Murray. Make sure you pick that up. It's available on all platforms, and she's going to be coming out with more singles. I believe a project coming soon. I haven't checked back with her. I got to confirm. But shout out to Emily doing it big out here. I remember she had sent me the first like draft of like her previewing this song and everything. And I let her know that just little stuff that she could put in there just to make it look a little more neater. Since it was just a regular like promo.
Yeah.
I was like, look, just get some B-roll shots of you walking around, have the song playing in the background, end it with the cover. Nothing
I
crazy.
think that's all she needed.
And then
for
she
this,
ended up doing that exactly how I said, and I'm like, yo, this is perfect. Like nothing else needs to be done. Whoever filmed it for you did a great job. Like,
Oh
this
yeah,
is
no.
perfect.
I told you after the bridge, after we dropped that video, she's like, I think I might need you guys, blah blah blah. And I'm yeah, she was like, I think I might need you to like direct my next video. And I was like, oh yeah, it's me and Pro package team, you know. But it was funny because I was like, we didn't do anything for the bridge really, but it was cute that she thought
hey,
of that.
it was a simple idea. But that's people see it. I'm like, people think it's a lot more than what it is. I'm like, no, sometimes it's really just simple.
Out of all the other ideas that we have, that one's like the easiest, the simplest one.
And that's why I made those types of videos, because that's what my verses about nothing were. I'm like, look, you just need a location and shit going on in the background, and you're set.
Yeah.
Like, it works. Like, there's
Dope
other
scenery.
niggas. Look, Coda the fucking friend. A lot of his videos are the same, but there's always something going on in the background.
Yeah.
Even though he's just staying still and rapping.
I like Coda.
Yeah, but that's the magic of these videos. Like, you just need a good location, shit happening in the background, and you can make something happen for yourself. So,
oh shit! Sorry.
Shout out to Emily Murray. So that was my pick for If You Don't Know. Again, available on all platforms. The song is called All I Need, featuring Frank Nitti. Shout out to Frank Nitti. Sade, who you got?
What was I gonna say? I completely forgot what I was gonna say. So my pick. Sorry, I just blanked out for a second.
Yeah.
My pick is from Twitter. Somebody had retweeted her, and I checked her out. She is from Atlanta, but then moved out to Cali, to Sacramento.
Okay.
Pretty dope. Her name is Greo.
Nigga, don't tell me you don't know how to pronounce another name.
I'm just making sure.
Spell it.
It has to be Greo. It's Greo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just making sure. I just
Greo?
wanted to confirm. No, she's not Spanish.
Okay.
I mean, no, she's not Spanish. No.
Greo? No.
Greo?
Greo? What's the song called?
I'm trying. Oh, Stormy Weather.
Stormy Weather. I like it.
So I think this video just dropped within this week. It says
Oh, video too?
the
All right.
5th. Yeah.
Nice. Let's check it out. Stormy Weather by Greo. Full screen or no?
I heard that there's some folks who speaking bad upon my mission. Now I'm not surprised, they just infatuated with me. I do not pay the mind, attention span won't let me listen. Plus I'm never in the room whenever fallacies are written. I make it to the finish.
But you see what she's doing with the Mother Nature.
I know that I would do this shit regardless if they notice. But when I'm on the mic, I got they undivided focus. And when you get on the stage, they ask me, yo, when do you go up? When do the folks who do this shit for real begin to show up? You look better from a distance while I'm ready for my close up. I don't mean to be so cold, but there's no other way to stress it. Making boys who say they rap get up and choose a new profession. I don't lose, I'm trying to brag, but niggas try to walk inside my shoes and they ain't got the balance. Hug my head so I can play it cool, but nigga just imagine my frustration. Watching niggas drop the ball, tell them pass it or I'll take it. Then I run up to the net and slam so hard the back is breaking. Yelling at the coach, what took so long for you to play me? I'm the MVP, I always finish strong, I'm never failing. Shutting shit down up inside the mall, I'm out here draking. This ain't temporary greatness, this is here to stay, this is permanent. Marking up the beat outline, cause I murdered it. They don't have a clue about the storm that's coming. Move, I'll take it easy on you. Distraction, pick up the weak link, lean back and check them. This ain't no cool breeze, this wind is strong. So run and find your shelter. Hope you ready for the stormy weather.
So fucking fire though. So fucking fire.
Greo, Stormy Weather. I like that one. That was dope. I like the gave me the what was that video with Lil' Kim and Junior Mafia?
Oh yeah.
Crush on You?
Was it Crush?
Yeah, where she's in different
Or
colors,
is it the
different color outfits and
Cash?
stuff.
No, it is Crush. Yeah.
Crush on You.
Crush on You.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was fire. And then the way she played it up, the empath, Mother Nature. I missed.
I didn't catch the other ones. Yeah, I didn't see any of the.
You know, I didn't notice it until the empath.
Yeah.
So I missed the other ones. But I thought that shit was fire.
I like that, man. Shout out to her.
Yeah, and I checked out. So I seen her, like, somebody had retweeted her on Twitter, and then before you got here, I was like, oh, she probably has Instagram. So I went to go check her out. I seen another video, that she dropped just before this. And let me actually make sure. I'm sure she probably has an album out or on the way, but she's fire.
No, it's fire.
This girl is fucking fire. But oh no, she just has the storyteller right now.
Okay.
But I caught another video, and it's just very just chill vibes, but also she's good. She's fire.
I like it. I like it so far.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. Hey, man. So after back-to-back interview episodes with guests, we came back to our regular bread and butter.
Yeah.
What made us who we are, and I think we.
Yep.
I think we did great. I think we had a lot of talk just about our life, and you know, our life is pretty exciting and boring at the same time, but it's always good to talk about. Yeah. But it's exciting enough to talk about. And shout out to all the podcasters out there, man. Like, I've realized just in the past month, I really like doing podcasting. I really like podding.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like infatuated with it.
Yeah.
And like anybody else that wants to get into this, like, you got my full support, man. This is hard as fuck, but when you get into it, it's fun. Yeah,
like friend of mine, Pam, shout out to Pam, that just I'm still waiting on the second episode, bitch, but she just put out You the Boss podcast.
You the Boss podcast.
Yeah, so her first episode, very like, you know, this intro to who she is and stuff like that. So I'm excited to, like, is Velvet's friend, like childhood friend pretty much. And
shout out to Velvet.
Yeah, and just like with chilling with Velvet, I've chilled with her, and then she does the skincare thing, and, you know, added support. Like, I've gone to her house, let her do her thing with the whole skincare thing before, and just having conversations with her. She's dope as shit. So I was really proud that she finally got this going, because I know she wanted to do like this whole blog, and then I didn't know she wanted to do podcasting, but this was like years ago. We were talking about trying to help her like with the website and blogging. She was asking me questions and shit. So I'm really happy for her. She got her first episode off. Second episode, I believe, should be out soon. If it's not out already. And yeah. That's
what's up. I was just reminded the other day, looking through IG memories or Facebook memories, I forgot that I did a podcast before this. I completely forgot. Like, completely forgot. I did like 6 episodes of it.
Yeah, no, you had told me when I had asked you.
Yeah, I completely forgot. I remember, I'm like, oh shit, it was called Secondhand Smoke.
Oh, you never told me the name, though.
Secondhand Smoke. I liked the fucking name. It was dope. We came up with it, and I went to my boy's crib, and we were in his basement, and we had 2 mics, and we would just talk shit in there. The audio wasn't the best, but we were just learning.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah.
Is this out anywhere or no?
SoundCloud. Probably still available on SoundCloud. Like, I might just go back and listen to the episodes to see what type of shit I was talking about. But it was me just trying to like figure out the podcasting thing. I forgot whose podcast I was listening to, but I was just going off of that. I'm like, fuck it, I can talk about myself.
Yeah.
And I think it didn't last long because homie just was like starting a family at his house. He had a job. He didn't really want to say too much of himself out there because his job was kind of serious. So, you know, I think that's what it was. And, you know, and maybe he just didn't have the love for it that I had.
Yeah.
You know, I think because it's obvious, it's apparent because he hasn't done any other ones, and here I am.
Yeah, because you were more on it than my cousin who you replaced. Yeah. You were like, so is it get started yet?
I knew there was always quality in it, and I knew that there was like a future in it. I knew that podcasts were going to blow up. I just had a feeling, and I'm like, this is a brand new wave of entertainment, and me being an artist, I think it's another way for me to promote myself.
Like, I kind of feel some... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I thought that was like the new wave, because like everybody was going to do something else. I know not a lot of people would jump into rapping and podcasting. I'm like, I can make this my own thing. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Like, I kind of sometimes wish that I got into it. I didn't wait so long, but at the same time, I think it worked out.
Yeah.
Like with you having it on, because I don't honestly see how I could do a podcast with anybody else.
I think if you had done it with your cousin, I don't know if the consistency would have been there, but I think the energy would have been there whenever you guys did have an episode.
I don't know how he hasn't gotten fired yet. I don't even know how he makes. Well, I mean, there's money involved. That's probably why he makes it to work. But that's probably the only thing he's consistent about. But it's just, man, like, because I thought about it, like, right after Joe Budden started his shit. 2000, 5 years ago, whatever. And I always think, like, damn, I wonder where I would have been but it would have been consistent.
And it would have been tough, too, because back in the day with podcasting, no one was really checking for podcasts unless you were famous. Nowadays, it's like, all right, regular niggas can make it happen. Like, we can make this work.
Yeah.
Like, there's ways around it, and there's ways to get money.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if we don't do it ourselves, even if we get picked up by another network. Because I see motherfuckers are doing that, too. A couple hip-hop pages in Jersey, not going to name them, but they're looking for podcast people. And then I'm scrolling because they followed me, I think, off of the podcast. They're following me now again. Who knows for how long, because they unfollow you, then follow you again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
no.
that shit.
Yeah,
So I see they picked up somebody, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. I don't even know. I've never heard the podcast. I'm not going to. I could care less. But it's just like, all right. And then I see what they're doing. They're doing like a package deal for artists. Hey, if you want to pay, you'll get this. You'll have a story post. We'll promote you for a day.
Yeah, that same page, it's been a little over a year, 2 years of the unfollow, follow.
I don't get it.
I know.
You got thousands of followers, but you're following and unfollowing.
Yeah, somebody we mutually know was like, I'm blocking them. Fuck that. I'm blocking them. Yeah. And then they went around, was like, hey, like, to somebody else, to her partner, like, why am I blocked? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't run it. That was his answer. I don't know. I don't run it. And then like he told him what it was, because he's like, oh, they just asked me why I guess we have him blocked. So he told them, he's like, oh no, like that page was like, no, like that was somebody before. He doesn't work with us anymore. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And then me and her are like, yeah, okay, watch. And that was a few months ago. And I like we'll hit each other up, and I'll tell her, be like, yo, they just unfollowed me again. And not that they unfollowed, they followed. I was like, they just followed me again, but then a few months ago they had just followed me.
Yeah, I don't know what type of game they're playing.
It's weird. I don't follow them back at this point because I'm like, it's annoying.
I've seen it. I'm just.
They did it with the pod page.
They make everything, like, you look at that page, you can't even tell you can't even tell it's Jersey. Mm-hmm. I see the artist. I'm like, this is Jersey artist. I'm like, and it's gonna lead to a bigger conversation that I have with Saint. And I think we'll save that for the Saint episode.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that, like, and he made a great point. It's been a couple years now, but the regions of music have all blended. There is no, this is Jersey sound, this is New York sound, this is Atlanta sound. No, everything is just merged. Mm-hmm. And we'll get into that conversation because it's a really important conversation, and it's something to really think about. But yeah, you look at that page and, like, I could have swore I was watching Atlanta videos. I could have swore I was watching videos from the West Coast. Yeah. Nothing to me screamed out Jersey.
There's also people like, our Bama boy who aren't Jersey based, but they moved to Jersey. And now I don't know if any Jersey pages have highlighted him. I mean, they should. He lives in Jersey. He's fucking amazing.
So he meets the criteria.
But here he brings his style. Yeah. From Alabama. And then you had, because this is as close as they can afford to be to New York. Right. And, like, that's their goal, is New York. Right. So, yeah.
I agree. But, I mean, and I know these guys don't really care about our opinions, but you really should add more diversity. You say there's no politics and everything, but when all your videos look exactly the same and your artists sound the same, and you're having shows where it's just a bunch of artists with the same sounding titles and stuff, what are you really saying about Jersey at that point?
Yeah, they did a podcast post, and we were tagged by, I think, Saint and a few other people. We were tagged, and that's how, like, they followed, they started liking, and then all of a sudden they followed us again. So I'm assuming you unfollowed and followed or whatever. So I don't know what it is now. I don't even bother checking on them. It's fucking annoying. But I'm sure that's probably what they were doing, is like, all right, I'm sure the post that we were like, we don't charge. Yeah. That's a form of payola. I guess that kind of threw them off. But it's not like I'm really looking for a home, especially just yet.
Yeah. Oh, the business got to be right. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be right.
I'm not, especially for a page like that. Like, nah, I'm good.
Like, we got to, like, for me, if someone was to come to us with that, I would have been like, all right, well, you got to let us still be ourselves. Like, if you want us to, like, mention or plug something, we can do that, but you're not going to change the format of what we have on our show. No. Like, if we want guests, we want to be able to screen them. We're not just going to do guests just because you want to or because they paid for it.
And I feel like it would be guest based.
I feel like
or
it
at
would be
least
guest-based.
they would run it like
They
how
would want guest space.
they would want guest based, and also they would like if we were on their shit.
Yeah.
If they controlled it, they would probably control if you don't know.
Oh, without a doubt, without a fucking doubt, they wouldn't want our opinion on who we think is hot.
Especially because I choose people outside of Jersey,
and
so.
they're gonna grab motherfuckers who paid for the package, and the only reason they're doing that is so they can get a piece of it. Mm-hmm. So I get it. I see the game. Mm-hmm. I mean, but if they hollered at us, the business would have to be right. We're not just gonna say yes right off the bat.
Yeah, because there was like a producer deal that came to me way before we even picked a name. No, I think we might. No, I don't know if we picked a name yet. If Velvet came up with the name yet or not, but it was way before you were in it. It was still my cousin and Val, and it was somebody we worked with who worked for a production company who were looking for podcasts, and she's like, "Oh, you just need a pitch." And then I was like, all right, because I was just asking because she had told Val, and then I'm like, no, because I was like, all right, no problem, I'll talk to my co-host, and then I didn't even talk. I think I brought it up to my cousin, but he was on the same page as me, and we were explaining it to her like, no, like we haven't even started it yet. We don't have one episode down. But now we have to pitch to somebody.
Yeah, no, weird.
I'm like, no, that's weird. No. If we had a few episodes in, then maybe. But at the same time, we haven't started yet, and we don't know. To be part of a production company that we don't know if we have any control over what we can say or how we can say it or what we can play or not. Like, no, I'm good.
I will say though, like, and I think you agree with me with this after over a year of doing this and over 50 episodes, I feel like we're at a level now where we're more comfortable with it. Yeah. And like we can easily transition through shit and we won't have a lot of dead silence. Mm-hmm. Like we can talk and we know our cues. Like when I'm done talking, I know when you're done talking. Mm-hmm. If I step on you, you correct me, vice versa. Yeah. And we just have a chemistry now. I think like just based off of that and the way we interact with guests. Yeah. Like my little wild side and all that shit. Like I think we have a good rapport with anybody. Like we can converse with anybody. We can talk with whoever. Your profession has you being social all the time. Mm-hmm. Me, I'm just like I'm an introvert, but when I'm out here in situations like this, my extroverted side comes out. Same. And it makes for a good conversation with whoever we're around. Because I got a lot of wild stories. Even though you see me as like the fucking quiet guy sometimes, I got a lot of shit that I've been through, and this is the best place to like express it. Yeah. So which I don't want to jinx it, but we have possibly another collab with another podcast. Right. And I can't wait. No, I can't wait for that, man, because it's just more people to talk to, and especially when it's fellow potters, they know the greatness savagery in this. I just feel like it's gonna be like you're gonna shine. You're probably gonna. I will. I just gotta let people know. I gotta let people know it's jokes. It's jokes. It's just me being me. Like it's fucking jokes. A lot of this shit is jokes, and people just take it too serious, man. Like fucking, we're grown. Like get over yourself. Get over yourself. Right. It's fucking jokes, man. But let's wrap this up. Let's wrap it up. So y'all already know the gang at the Lyrical Fix Pod on IG, at the Lyrical Fix on Twitter, Lyrical Fix Podcast on Facebook. Yep. Make sure to check us out on Anchor, Audio Mac, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe. We're on so many other platforms, but I can't name them all. But Stitcher's probably one of them. Yeah. But like, rate, comment, subscribe. Give us those 5-star ratings. Keep us hot out on these podcast streets. Get us to 4.5 stars because it'll round up to 5. Because a couple hating ass niggas gave us 1. Bullshit ass motherfuckers. Anyways, this has been your host, Kid Pro and Sade. We'll catch y'all next week. As always, remember, wash your hands, wash your face, wash your mask, and wash your ass because it's dangerous out here. Yes, it is. Peace.